Welcome, everybody. Yeah! Yes. Gentlemen, all the legends in the chat, TJ Warren TV is now on vacation. This is the vibe we are having throughout the summer, everybody, because preseason started yesterday. Big up everybody in the chat. I want to give a few shout outs. We just hit 250 subscribers on TJ Warren TV. And I want to thank my co-host with the most, Dal. He makes a lot of this happen, and so does Connor. I am nowhere without these two, so that's why we are starting out with these two. These guys are family to me, so thank you very, very much. I also want to shout out all the rats that have come over. There are so many of you that I can't name everybody. I'll name a few, like Tony's in the chat. Jez Collins especially. Jez pushed me to start this channel. Thank you, Jez, for everything. I see that you sent some folks over from your. Thank you, NF. 251 now. Jamino. Yeah, if it wasn't for Jez Collins, I wouldn't be here. So you got the Loud American because of Jez Collins. Then we got Carl Rossi in here. We got Tony. We got all the legends in here. Also want to thank Kenny Ken, Lee Gunner, Maddie, the Southern Gooner, all of these people that have been extremely supportive. Even that fraud Deji Spurs has helped us out a little bit. You know, Strasburg Steve. We got who am I thinking of? Fran. We're thinking of Prince Foud. We're thinking of a bunch of people. So again, the list goes on and on. If I'm forgetting you, just know that there's nothing but love coming from this old room out here in Kansas City, Missouri, USA. Okay. We're going to do a call-in show. I'm going to post a link in the chat. Ground rules. You will let other people talk. Interruptions are okay, but be considerate. Do not, and I repeat, if you try to police my channel, this is why I'm wearing these aviators. I look like a cop.
Respect my authority.
Respect my authority. If you try to police this channel, you're going to get banned.
Oh, look out, City fans.
Look out, City fans. So I will drop the link in the channel. Be respectful. And yeah, let's go ahead and ruminate here. Just to let you know, I'm only rotating like three or four in at a time, 4 max. So come on, have your say. Some of us will rotate in, some of us will rotate out. We're gonna go by the Del Boy standard here a little bit. So let's go. Okay. I know, Steve, nobody's gonna be a dickhead, but there have been dickheads. I'm just gonna say it. People can be dickheads. I'm not gonna lie. It's in the chat, everybody. It's in the chat. Let's start. Yeah, TJ Warden TV. That's fucking hilarious. All right, let's big up Brian Kavanaugh coming over from Jez's. Big up, Brian. Smash the like, smash the sub if you haven't already.
I know Ryan from Lee's channel, absolutely.
Yeah, big up Ryan every single time. And then let's go to first. Let's go to my co-host with the most, Oregon Gooner, aka Dal.
Okay.
How are you?
Doing pretty mad. I got upset. Pretty upset. Again, I haven't punched any holes in anything, but the wife wanted to go to breakfast yesterday when the game was on. And I said absolutely, because deep down, I think I gave a 2-1 Arsenal prediction Friday, but deep down in my soul, I knew we were going to lose that game. And I kind of, want to hit myself in the head for not using my heart in the predictions and going with that Arsenal emotion, right? That we talked with Prince Fuad about. So I felt like after Friday's prediction, I felt like I kind of jumped the shark a bit. And I kind of predicted something that I knew wasn't true. And to sum it up, I thought about it and I went to breakfast with my family because I'm not going to let this get me any more down than it is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I came back and I watched the game in full, and it was probably the second or third worst performance that I've seen again. And I'm not going to get into January. I'm not going to get into Edu and Arteta. It's all been said fantastically on Jez's show today with multiple guests on there. All of
Legends
you
all.
today, I'm sure. There's not a lot personally for me to say about what I saw yesterday that hasn't been covered on Jez's show. And big shout out to Northside. There was a segment there where he absolutely nailed it. Absolutely nailed it 1,000%. So anyway, TJ, I'm going to listen to what people have to say, make some comments, and for now, I'm going to just be on vacation, my bro.
Yeah.
Let's hear what people have to say because I want to hear what people have to say in the chat.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Luca, jump on. Now's your time, Luca.
Yeah, Luca is in the chat, bro.
Let's get Luca in, right? Let's go. Let's start it off.
Yep, let's get it going.
How you doing, Connor? You all right down there?
Yeah. I mean, do you know what? I'm going to be so brutal. I turned that game off in the 75th minute, 80th minute, because I thought, well, one, game's done. We're not going to get 2 goals. And, it's just such a shame, man. It's such a shame because I said on the streams before, I wanted to go out with at least a bit of respect. And we've just shown right here, right now, why City are the better team. And, I mean, you look at the team they threw out against Chelsea today. Just look at that bench. That's a bench you make on career mode, mate. That is a bench of dreams, what we had there. That's something every team in the Premier League wishes they have, Man United and Liverpool included. But it is just what Pep's built at that club. I'll never forget as a football fan, and at my age as well. That I think this is going to be the first team, especially when I really started watching football properly at maybe 14. This is going to be the first team I remember that when I get older. That was Pep's team, Man City team. That's the team I'll never forget. And listen, I stopped believing as soon as that 4-1 loss to City happened, especially with the 3 draws previously. I thought, that hasn't been our form this season. And do you know what? I didn't do a reaction yesterday or anything because I thought I don't want to say something that I'll lose my head the next day and think, I shouldn't have said that. But I rekindle my thoughts and think we just got to. The next thing, if we want to move on from it, as much as we're all angry, disappointed, I'm angry more than anything, man. I'm so disappointed in the way the team's ended the season. But if we've got to look forward, because we have to, realistically, because Arteta is here to stay, as we all know, we've got to look at this transfer window. And again, I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just putting my prayers and just hoping that Edu does the job this summer. And I know that's a big ask because we've learned from transfer windows before that it's never really been the case. But according to a lot of people, we can now get top players because we're in the Champions League. Well, let's wait and see. Let's see if that really does the case. And I hope that, in my opinion, myth comes true because, my God, we need signings and a big, big clear out this summer. I want to see 10 plus players leaving this summer. 10. And that's not like academy kids, like first teamers. I want to see 10, not 8 to 10 of these players gone and a bunch of new players in. Because if we can sell correctly and not dish out players that are we've actually got to tell the clubs, please buy them, please. We'll actually give them to you for free, but we'll give you a fee. If we sell these guys properly, and I'm including Rob Holding, because we can get maybe 5 mil for Rob Holding, and that's being realistic. I do think we can get maybe 5 mil from 3.5. Any amount of money we need, because realistically, this whole war chest thing is a load of rubbish, in my opinion. Because I remember when Jez said it's a recurring thing every season. Arsenal have a sort of lock where they will be spending 150 million every season. Let's be real. Maybe not back in the Wenger days, but especially now we're going to be. So the whole war chest thing is a load of rubbish. So let's be real. I don't think we're going to spend more than maybe 170 mil this summer. But I think a big part of it, of what we're going to have to realise is we've got to sell. And we've got to sell good fees. None of this, like I said, please buy them. We'll give you a fee. We'll give you 5 mil if you buy the player. We'll terminate its contract. We need to sell right this summer. We've got to make profit. And then we've got to make losses by bringing in some good players. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to sound a bit mad. I was a bit disappointed with just 15 mil for Xhaka. I'd have thought experienced Prem player, maybe 25, no higher than that. But I thought, go for it.
Sorry to interrupt you, but the Xhaka, I saw on Instagram someone thought we should get 70 mil.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna cut this off
Honest to
real
God,
quick. I'm gonna
70
bring in
mil.
the two guys in the back.
Right.
We have two legends in the back, and then we're gonna get into it. We're gonna absolutely rip it apart. The man who started me on YouTube and the man who probably sent you over here. Give it up for Jez Collins, everybody. Jez Collins. Jez, I tuned in after I got off with Tony. I tuned in to your panel show, and that was incredible. That was incredible. How are you doing?
I'm good. Knackered now.
Yeah, I bet.
That was
I got tired watching it, to be honest. I was like, man, can I do that? I don't think so.
just you look like a prime game show host, hosting something like that, man.
It's great. I mean,
Unreal.
they were great. I mean, they were great panelists. Let's get that right. Let's get that fact right. Having people like Longhaired Yeti, Steve on, Fran, Central Man Network. Never had him on before. Of course, we had the legends of Northside Diesel, Kenny Kent. And I apologise, DVS. I was going to give you the link, but I maxed out. I've maxed out.
It's no worries, bro. I was just typing around. No worries.
The maximum I can have on is 9.
No, it's fine.
So I could do no more. I do apologise for that.
No worries.
I have to say, having 9 people on it, trying to control that plus the chat is bloody hard work. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. The content was brilliant. But let's move on. That's in the past. TJ, DVS, Connor, great to be on, man. I'm actually going to quite enjoy this. If you want me to bail out to get other people on, just say. I ain't got a problem with it, honestly. Yep. It's great to get new people on your channel. I did try and send a load of people over to you and get you some more views.
We're looking good.
I'm just going to sit back here and chill out for 10 minutes, calm down.
The therapy room. This can be a therapy room today for everyone.
Yeah, no, we're a
brain,
presence.
the brain get back in order.
Right.
But big up to you, boys, and congratulations, mate, on your subs.
Thank you very much.
You're going to smash that. You're going to smash this. I'll tell you.
Hey, we're already.
But I'm going to predict to you right now. You keep this content up. By the end of June, you're on 1,000. I tell you.
Just wait until you see what we have coming in the summer, Jez, and you're going to be a big part of that. So just letting you know. This is just the beginning. Me and Dal are cooking some stuff up that's gonna smash some records here. Cooking, as our friend Tony Claude would say. All right, we got one more guy in the back, and then we're gonna start chopping it up. This guy, he was with me on Southern Gooner earlier, chopping it up with Maddie, and he was the goose to my Maverick. Okay, we were on here absolutely killing it. Let's bring him on. Strasburg Steve.
What's up, guys?
Yank
What's
Army,
up? What's
baby.
happening, people?
Give it up for the Americans.
Yes, sir. What's going on, man?
The know-nothing Americans, Steve. We know nothing, by the way.
Yeah, well, guess what? All these fucking bums saying that they know about all these European leagues. Nah, motherfucker, I do. Sit your dumb ass down, and I'll educate y'all about European football. And these bums saying I'm a Yank. Well, guess what? This Yank knows a lot about football, man.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not even fazed by it anymore. It don't bother me.
Truth.
It is what it is. But yeah, thanks for having me on. Good talking with y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna chop it up, guys. Links in the chat. We're gonna maybe let 2 more people on. I am not Jez. I cannot control. More than I
Do it, man. Do it.
We're gonna get out of control.
TJ,
We'll let people in.
TJ, sorry to interrupt you. I'm not policing your channel in one iota. But I just want to reply to a comment here.
Go.
Luca, I love you, man. You're a great bloke. But That's rude saying what you're saying. You know, you're on 3.1. Great. Big up to you. Well done, mate. But it's rude to say that on somebody else's channel.
It's okay. It
Show
is
some respect, man. Show some respect.
It's okay. I'm not worried about it. Jez, you want to know why, Jez? I'm on vacation, Jez.
Cool.
I'm on vacation. I'm
We
on
all
the
are at this point.
Oh, by the way, Dal, I've been talking to Maddie. I've been talking to Maddie and Jez. I know you weren't policing my channel. I was more just saying, you know, it is what it is. Some people interrupt. Some people try to shout other people down. That doesn't happen on this channel. Period. End of story. Dal, my buddy Matt, our good friend Matt, Southern Gooner, wants to have a beach-themed American Idiot show. So I will be bringing this same energy on Friday. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know.
Sounds good.
We are on the golf course. We are on the beach. We are absolutely not going to be bothered by Arsenal at this point because they bothered us too much and I need a break.
Me too. I'm going to go to Walmart and get myself a Hawaiian shirt.
Dude, I might go get some floaties. I might go do something. I don't know. I got to do something.
No,
I got to
but yeah, I want to be on the beach too, and you know it's not far from Portland. It's about a 2-hour drive actually, so I could probably be on the beach too on an upcoming show.
Fran, are you fucking kidding?
Fran, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Nah,
Okay.
what the
It's not that kind of page. It's
No,
not-
no.
My
This is the wrong channel for that.
OnlyFans is way too expensive. I just want to say that right now. It
We'll
is
really
way
need
too
therapy
expensive.
after that.
Yeah, yeah. You put that image in everybody's heads now, and now my viewers just dropped to 1.
Yeah,
Oh my
the
god,
sub
what
is
just happened?
gonna-
Yeah, subs
249
just dropped.
subs.
We're at 245 now.
Right.
Have you set up an OnlyFans channel now? I mean,
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
it's happening. Yep, yeah. Carl Rossi wants to see it. Carl,
Oh,
between
God.
you and Yeti on the last stream, I'm surprised I didn't get banned from YouTube. I'm not gonna lie. What was going on in the chat was
yeah, that was
unbelievable.
nuts.
Unbelievable, guys. Yeah, Jaminho, low key. Jaminho, go do something to get that out of your head. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Big up the chat, everybody. I'm going to try my best to keep up with your comments. Again, the link is in the chat, and I'm going to keep throwing it out there periodically. Right now, we have these 5 legends. If you want to join us on stream, you are more than welcome to. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. So, all right. Let's talk about it. I don't even really want to talk about Arsenal. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm kind of over it.
That's why you watch other leagues, TJ, so you have other shit to talk about.
We're still gonna talk about Prem related.
I want to sell
Talking
some
about
players.
Newcastle.
Oh my god.
Newcastle
We all know
gets
what's gonna
third.
happen.
Game over. I want to talk about selling players like Connor was talking about because
there you
I
go.
think that's a massive issue.
You know what I want to talk about actually? Okay, because everyone has a list of Arsenal players that got to F off, right?
Well, it's the same.
Realistically, though, do you think that they're going to get rid of the players that they need to get rid of? I don't think they will.
How about this?
I
will put names out there. Okay. Let's play this game while we have this legendary panel. And I know Jez, you're taking a break, so all you got to say is like yes or no.
Keep bench, or sell.
Yep. But, well, do you want to do realistically or what you would do?
Keep, loan, or sell.
Keep loan or sell?
Keep loan or sell.
Okay, fine. All right. Let me
Go
get
for it.
the roster.
Go for it.
Just
Let me get the roster
pull
up.
up names.
We're pulling them up. And I'm not going to share it because my computer's been all weird. But I will put the name out there, and I'll put it in the banner here so we
I think
can.
we know which center back is going to get the most votes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
All
we
right.
know which center mid from Portugal may get the most votes.
All right. So I'm going to start.
Fuck.
I'm literally just on here. All right. So let's start with the goalkeepers. Matt Turner.
Keep him.
Yeah, I'd say keep. Hasn't really done much wrong.
He's a perfectly fine backup.
Yeah, he hasn't
Dal?
hasn't done much wrong.
Keep. Jez.
Yeah, I'd keep him, man. I'd keep him.
Okay. You don't have to say that just because this is an American show.
No, he had a sloppy start, but a couple of times I watched him in the Carrier Bag Cup. he did okay. Fair play. Yeah,
Man, everybody in the chat wants to sell him.
Such
Oh my goodness, there's not one keep in there. That's pretty insane.
You would
Tina
keep
Turner's
him
the
what?
American
Why would you
keeper,
keep
right?
him,
Yes,
Jazz?
Rams. Hey, by the way, Rams, welcome to the channel, my friend. I see you over at Tottenham Away all the time, representing the Arsenal. So
That's
big up
right.
to you, my friend. Yeah, okay.
Jazz,
So
you keep Turner. Why
Yeah,
would
he
you keep Turner, Jazz? Just because?
Right now, at this point in time, we have nobody else.
Yeah, true.
Fact.
Absolutely.
We have other priorities.
Was on loan. Totally unimpressive. And so what do we have? We've got Ramsdale and Turner.
Ramsdale, Turner, Carl Hein, Jez.
Oh, God almighty.
Isn't that the Estonian guy?
Yes.
I mean, are you sure? I mean,
I'm very sure he's Estonian. I'm looking at his flag right now.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
look, mate, I'm 62 next week. I could be better than him. And I'm 5'7".
He was bad against Brighton in the League Cup. That was brutal.
I mean,
That
I'm
was brutal.
5'7", overweight, unfit, and I'd be a damn sight better than him. Jesus Christ, is that what
We'll get into the guys on loan, Juminho, last. We'll get into the guys on loan. I think that's going to be a lot of fun.
Jeez.
That's going to be a lot of fun on that one. All right, Aaron Ramsdale.
Keep.
Y'all could do better if I'm honest. That's
No, this is realistically. This isn't
Realistically.
realistic. Oh shit!
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, you're definitely keeping that motherfucker around. Man. Definitely keeping him.
Yeah.
Shout out Ensman TV.
I forgot the realistic part. My bad.
Yeah, it's realistically all right, and this is where it gets sad. Oh, we got another guy on the back, another guy to give us his opinions, making his TJ Warren TV debut. Central Man Network, everybody, Central Man Network, give it up. I saw you over on Jez's channel, Central Man. I know you from Del Boys. You were spitting absolute truth. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good, man. Are we keeping Ramsdale?
Ramsdale, yeah, I think he's not leaving anytime soon. I think he's been a good goalkeeper for the last 2 years, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. All right, let's get it. Let's get into the defenders. R.I.P. Kieran Tierney.
He's gone.
Sell him.
He's getting.
It's time for him to go. Yeah, it's time for him to go. And do you know what? I did agree. He is getting, and as much as I do want to keep him, he is quite injury prone, isn't he? You know, and that's something that we've got to start looking at as well. As much as
It's not as bad as Zinchenko though.
Well, Zinchenko's only been injured twice, and it wasn't that long this season, apart from obviously this one. But
The only way I'd get rid of Tierney is if we were absolutely going to get João Cancelo in.
Yeah.
I just don't know of any. I mean, I'd have to Nuno Mendes from PSG, but he's not even really a defender. You know, that's
He's more of a wing back for me.
right, and he's just
He's
not.
fantastic though. He is. He is fantastic.
Well, he's a top player, but he's. I mean, I don't want to get into players we could get right. The idea is, are we going to keep him, loan him, or sell him? Right. So for me, I think that Kieran Tierney, unfortunately, as much as I love him, he's my left back. He's been disrespected throughout this season. And for that, I think we should sell him because he needs to go on to a team that really respects him and values him for what he brings. And yeah, he's had some shit games, but what player hasn't? I don't believe that we should just bag Tierney just because of a few bad games. We should sell him because I think there's, reason to not have a player that doesn't want to be here anymore. And he's disrespected by the club. But I do want a João Cancelo, and I don't want to just settle for Zinchenko and then hope to get somebody else in January or some bullshit like that.
Right.
So
100%.
if we make a change, I want like for like. I don't want some, League Two French up and coming 17-year-old kid or whatever. So
Unless I rate him, he can fuck off. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my days.
Steve, I wish I had.
Because no, and that's facts. Because I told you guys about Jakub Kivior, right? I told you when you got it from Spezia. I went on Jess's show, and I said you'll see the best out of him in like a year. I think it's gonna take a little bit of time. He had a good. I didn't say he was gonna be shit. I just said you'll see the best out of him probably in about a year. Just from what I saw at Spezia, because he played it mostly a back three with Ampadu actually on loan.
Well, he's already won me over Rob Holding, so there you go.
Well, yeah, so he's already gonna be so there you go, man. But yeah, we
All
chill.
right. All right, Jez, did you put in yours, Kieran Tierney?
Not yet. I'd keep him, but we're not. We're going to lose him. He's going to go to, in my book, he's going to go Newcastle. And well done, Newcastle, because he's a class player. He'll get respect there from their manager, Eddie Howe. He'll get respect from the fan base. The Arsenal fan base, let's get it right. The Arsenal fan base loved this fella. But Arteta doesn't. And so he'll be gone. And that, I'll tell you what, is going to be a massive, massive problem. Because when he goes, we're going to have to bring in a left back as good or better. But we won't. We'll bring in some dross player. Probably from somewhere like Forest Green Rovers. You know, let's buy some people like 300 grand. I mean, I'm sorry, but I've got absolutely no faith in this club at all now. But no, I'd keep him, but he'll be gone.
Fair. Did I miss anybody? Connor, did you say?
What, Kieran Tierney?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah. In my opinion, there's not even a debate about like will he stay, because he's not. Let's be real, unless some sort of thing where he decides not to. But come on, that thing on that game yesterday, I think very much proves that he's going. I don't know what's gone on between him and Mikel, because I don't know whether it's again. Because for me, Tierney don't seem like the type of person to like. I feel like he has a voice, but I don't feel like he's the type of person to get into a load of stiffs and arguments of Arteta. So I don't know what's gone on there. I think it's just the factor of that. Arteta saw Zinchenko. He was with him at City, and he thought, "Listen, I want him. He's my guy." And it's sort of like, do you know what it is? Do you know what it sort of reminds me of with Zinchenko and Tierney and Arteta? Arteta's the boyfriend, and then Zinchenko is the new girlfriend that Arteta's just got, right? And then Tierney's the best mate, right? And then because you've got a new girlfriend, you just completely sideline your best mate. You don't care about him, and you're too busy focused on the girlfriend. And that's exactly the situation with Zinchenko and Tierney. He's just sort of like
Arteta is not a bros before hoes kind of guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how I put it. As soon as he brought in Zinchenko, it's just like, see you later, Tierney. Don't want anything to do with you. And then even when he is our only available left back, and I found that disgraceful, by the way. And I completely agree with Long Hair J, just on the side note. The fact that we went to that Forest ground, and in my opinion, Arteta completely disrespected Nottingham Forest by the factor of he decided to play a 3-3-4-3, whatever the hell he decided to play, putting Partey at right back, which didn't work, by the way. So anyone who said that would work, it doesn't. So just to remind people that don't work. Xhaka was at left back, or then I saw Kivior there a couple times. We were going a three at the back. Ben White was at centre back. And I'm thinking, well, he's obviously clearly trying to test stuff for next season. But that's what pre-season's for. At least have a bit of respect for yourself and to make us look less embarrassing. And the fact that we had 82% possession and we had 3 shots on target, it's just like, where the hell has this team gone? It's like we've gone from a team that were playing the season before last and that, and it's sad, man. And at this point, it just seems like it's the Mikel Arteta effect. We seem to do well at most points of the season, and then as soon as it comes to the end, we just drop off all the time. It could be anything, and it wasn't even injuries this time, man. This team was more than capable to win against Brighton, yesterday, sorry, and beat Wolves. I don't even think we'll beat Wolves at this point. We'll wrap up with the new kit, which I don't even like the look of, by the way. I might be the only one. I don't even like the look of the new kit.
It's average.
That away kit is brutal.
Oh, it's horrible. It's like a lollipop lady. Then everyone will be wearing them, and then it will just cover up the cracks. And I guarantee you,
it looks like someone puked up some fucking cotton candy everywhere, and then threw some Sprite on it.
Steve, one second, mate. I guarantee you, next Sunday after the game's done, give it 3 days. They'll announce the Saka and the Saliba deal. Guaranteed.
As long as the deal is announced, I don't care. I don't care. Just lock up.
I just thought it was quite embarrassing, the fact that Arteta done a 3-3-4-3 because that's what the Sky thing said when it came up on Sky. It was like a 3-3, and I thought, what? But yeah, I thought that was mad. But yeah, okay. gone. To answer your
Okay.
question, TJ.
Is that everybody on Tierney? I
Yeah.
think it is. Okay. I'm gonna bring in another guy that was just on Jez's.
Oh, you forgot me, man.
Oh no, go Central Man. Go Central Man.
Tierney. I think he's gone. I think I'm gonna say I said it on Del Boy's stream. I think the only reason why Tierney Arteta don't like Tierney because I think it's an old firm thing. You know, if you're not from the UK, you know, the old firm it's the derby in Scotland between Celtic and Rangers. Because Arteta is a former Rangers player, Tierney's a former Celtic player. I think that's my only reason. But I think he's been misused, man. I think Tierney has been misused. Like I think this club's misused players over the years. You know, I don't want to go all the players I'm going to mention. It's going to be long, but I think he might go to Newcastle. I think that's near Scotland, but he might. I don't know. He might go abroad. Who knows? I think he might go to probably PSG. You know, they need a left back, but like he might learn French. You know, but I can see Tierney going like who knows? He might go to Liverpool. I can see him going like a big club for Tierney because you know he's been utilized. I think Arteta is a prick. You know, like because who knows? He might go to Aston Villa, man. I think the one player I really want to replace Tierney. This is going to be a controversial. And I want Luca Digne. I think he's okay. He's okay, man. Luca Digne.
Too old.
Villa.
I want him out. I wouldn't take a Digne, but that's just me. All right, real quick, I want to shout out Tottenham Away. Drop it into the chat. Big up the boys over at Tottenham Away. They are always welcoming to me, and I will always be welcoming to them, even though the banter is non-stop. Non-stop. All right, let's bring him in.
TJ, can I just add something?
Sure.
I don't believe anything to do with Rangers Celtic
I don't either.
because Arteta wasn't there long enough, and he's Spanish.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the love of what Rangers Celtic means. So I'm gonna pour water on that argument because there is no argument there at all. At the end of the day, the reason Arteta doesn't get on with Tierney is he doesn't rate him. Fact.
Agreed.
Yep.
He rates Zinchenko because he worked with Zinchenko at Man City.
Yep.
Right? That's why he likes him. He likes to have his family around him. The thing with Arteta, he's arrogant, and his arrogant way is that he wants people around him that like him. And if you don't like him, it's Arteta's way or the highway. It's got nothing to do with Rangers Celtic. That is absolute nonsense. That's nonsense.
Agreed. Hey, yeah. No, I agree with you, Jez. Yeah, Tottenham Away. Big up the G-Boats. This is Will, by the way. I could tell it was Will. Thank you, Will. I knew it was you. Big yourself up, though. Yeah, let's welcome to the channel. We're making another triumphant return, coming over from Jez's stream. Prince Fuad, winding everybody up.
Mr. Sunshine.
Prince, why are you not in a cave somewhere hiding out? Why are you not flying away, like leaving the country? I don't get it.
I don't duck no one, bro. I don't duck. I don't duck. Listen, I've been up against Gundy, Lee Gunner, Northside, all in one panel. I had them all jumping off the chair. I tell you, I don't duck anyone. I don't duck anyone. But I agree with Jez, bro. Like when he's Celtic and Rangers, he wasn't there long enough to worry about the old firm thing. But you know, he's entitled to his opinion. But it don't make. He don't rate the player. That's the truth about it. He doesn't. Arteta has made it clear he doesn't want Kieran Tierney. Simple as. He's made it clear. And fans, you know, obviously we know he ain't going nowhere. He ain't gonna get sacked. And the thing is, Kieran Tierney's gonna go, but then he's gonna go replace him with a better left back. But he does rate Zinchenko. I rate Zinchenko. I do. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's bad. But some people don't. But I'm not gonna cry over Tini if he leaves. And Shaka, I hope he do go because everyone's talking about Shaka leaving, Jez, and everyone. But I see my friend yesterday, and I said, you know what? I won't believe it if I see him go through the door. That's my opinion. If I see that guy go through the door, I believe he's there. Because remember last year, everyone was saying he's going to Roma, it's done, it's dusted, Mourinho, and what happens?
Yeah.
I won't believe it. I'll believe it till I see him go through that door. I don't believe Shaka's going yet. But it was a bad day. I didn't even watch football today. I couldn't watch it. I'm like you, Jez. I'm old school. I can't watch it. I can't watch it. It killed me just hearing on the radio. You only have the pop-ups on Sky. I couldn't watch football today, man. Today was a sad day for Arsenal fans.
I just talked football today. I didn't actually watch any of it. After that Forest game and me and Tony's stream getting clipped up for our reactions and all this stuff. Steve's losing the plot again. I'm gonna mute him because he's probably gonna start cussing at something. Let's go ahead. We got 32 inside, by the way. Big up all the folks inside. This is a lot of traffic for this channel, especially with everybody else going on right now. So smash the likes up and go ahead and sub if you haven't already. Don't be a dick. That's what we always say. If you're here, it's free entertainment. Let's move on. Let's move on to Ben White. I say obviously keep. He's one of the best right backs in the league this year. And I hope he continues to develop in that position. Let's just go around this way. So let's go Dow.
Ben White, yeah, I'd keep him at right back, but I don't want to see him at center back.
Right.
Or, yeah, I'd keep him right back, sure. Why not?
Yeah, keep. I
We spent a lot of money on him. I mean, he's
I
not
saw
bad.
people saying he should go, and I'm thinking, well, no, he's having the right season for us. I mean, I think we can definitely get better at right back, but this is the thing. Like I think Ben White's a good right back, and this is the thing. When we want to be like, you look at Pep City, right? He's built on players where he's had players from before in seasons before, and he knows their class, so he's kept them, but then built on them and put in players that are possibly better than them. And that's what we need to be doing. So I'd keep Ben White, but we need to eventually. He could be someone for the bench, and at least we know, right, we've got a good fullback on the bench here, and Ben White, if we want to bring him on for, say, whoever great right back we could possibly have. So that's what we need to start doing now. Players that are trash in general, like the likes of Rob Holding, and no offense, like the likes of Fabio Vieira, can go. But players that we've got that, we look at Partey at the moment, he hasn't been doing great. We can improve on him, but keep him because we know he can be quality, but he can be for the bench. And then this is when the rotation thing comes into play. Don't just sell players that have had one bad season and kick them out. When players have been so inconsistent, like Rob Holding, in my opinion. Fabio Vieira, I would loan him, but that's for later because he does deserve the shot, in my opinion. But you've got to build on these. You've got to build on top of these players. Keep them because they can be quality and they can make for good bench warmers and bring them on. But I wouldn't keep them, get rid of them straight away. But yeah, Ben White I keep. But I would like to build upon him in terms of getting a better right back as well. Because we need a better right back because Tomiyasu ain't it.
Yep. Okay. Central man.
Oh yeah, Ben White. Yeah, keep him. I think he's got to perform. If he's the same Ben White from when we first got him, But I think to be honest, I don't think he's the best in the league, but I think he's a good right back. Yeah, I think playing him as a centre back is just like he's not really a centre back. He's more of a right back. I think I can see him be. I can. This is going to be like controversial, I'm going to say, but I think he's going to be a replacement of Kyle Walker in the England setup because Kyle Walker haven't gone long left in the England setup, because the next year's Euros will be Walker's last with England. But I think he's, because Walker's in his 30s, Ben White's in his mid-20s, he's there for the long term. I feel like this season he's been a breath of fresh air for Ben White, man. It's like, it's too soon to compare him to fucking Sanya. We haven't replaced that right back position since Sanya left, because we put up with Hector Bellerin's BS for the last several years, you know. But yeah, going back to Ben White, yeah, I keep him for the time being.
Okay, sounds good. I just want to call out our friend Dietrich Kane real quick. You are shameless. You're a Spurs fan on loan to Man City,
All this loan stuff,
and there is zero chance I am going to let any of that fly on this channel. Period. End of story. I love you, Dietrich, though. All right, let's move on. Steve, Ben White.
Yeah, keep him, man. That's the one thing I will give Arteta credit for. He did find a solution to Ben White being absolutely atrocious for you guys as center back. He saw that there was some qualities that he might have on the right. So yeah, fair play on that. Keep him around, definitely.
Yep, fair enough.
Yeah.
Jezzer.
Ben White, yeah, right back. He's played. I think he's done bloody brilliant this season at times.
Yeah.
I really do. The fact he's tracked down that right wing, supported Saka, got in amongst the defence, got crosses in. One of probably the only players actually in this team that can put a cross in, which is a sad bloody indictment of this football club. I think he's done brilliant. I really do. And he's one to keep. He's one to keep. Because sadly, benching him, who are we going to get to replace him? Because this football club needs to buy 5 to 6 players in different positions. Certainly, we need a better central defender than what we've got. Saliba, sadly, is out. Our backup, well, he may get better. If you are, I'd put him out on loan, personally. I don't think he's got what it takes right now at this tight in time. Fabio Vieira needs to go out on loan, get experience, much like Saliba. 2 years on loan. Look how he came back. Class player. We need to. I'm not going to go any further than that because we're getting into it. But I'd keep him, man. I'd keep him. Right back, he's great. Central defence, rubbish.
Fair enough. Fuad.
Ben White, he's the man, bro. I rate him. I highly rate him. Anyone who wants him to go and attack, bro. Stupid. Got no brain. He's class, bro. See what I mean? And you got to bear in mind, too, this season, you know, he's won out on every game, you know, like every player, like when he gets a bit of a rest, our starting 11 don't. Do you know what I mean? Because we can't rotate them. So Ben White, to me, got to stay. He's 100%. And you could slot him in some games centre half, but then some, not all games, some games. You can get away with it. You'd rather him than Rob Holding, put it that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Ben White, you gotta keep Ben White, man. Ben White at the start of the season, even towards the end, only these last few weeks he's had bad. But then the whole team's been playing miserable. You can't just isolate Ben White for it. You know, so Ben White, yeah, gotta stay quality.
Yep, I agree. All right, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and put these out here because the next two, I think we're all gonna agree that we're keeping. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put, say, a Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba. Is anybody not keeping them?
Not joking.
Yeah.
But-
My only Connor's stirring the pot. My only piece on that, TJ, is if we can find someone better than Gabriel, I think that's worth investigating. I would want someone like a Ronald Araujo from Barcelona.
Araujo is good, man.
Beast of a defender. I would want what's his name? Tell me, Steve. Gutierrez used to play for Atletico Madrid.
Jimenez?
He's a.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, I want like for like, but I can see Magalhaes. You know, he's got the bozo gene, and I know that he can be tempted by PSG very easily.
Yep.
So, but still, if we're playing the keep, loan, or sell, at this point in time, I would keep.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Because I want to move into the players that are gonna spark.
I think Gabriel Magalhaes has done very well.
I agree.
He's improved from last season, when he was way too close to Fett. He got turned, he got bullied, he's learned,
That's true.
or
He
he's been
played up
taught.
the pitch. Yeah, he played up the pitch high and was
taught-
fouling a lot, wasn't he?
Well, he's been taught to hold back, and
Yeah.
I think that's helped him. I wouldn't say he's the best,
Right.
but he's done a job. He's done a job. I mean, last season he had 2 red cards.
Mm.
2 red cards. This
Mhm.
season, none. So he's obviously learned, and he's learning. He's still young to follow the narrative. You know,
He's 24, 25.
it's a process, which I don't believe in, but it is what it is. So I'd keep him. I think he's one for the future. Oh God, I'm falling into the AFTV here, aren't I?
It's the AFG.
Dun dun dun.
But you're saying it, Jess, you're saying it though about the right player. Like AFTV are saying that about every center back. I'm sure there's AFTV pundits that want Rob Holding to stay to protect his value still. So you're not catching the allergy, my friend.
David, I'd keep him if we can improve and get somebody else. He's a great backup. Fact, and I'm just up there because I'm not going to fall down the foxhole of AFTV. I'm not going to become Julian.
Not in a million years. Nobody would ever think that would happen, Jez. That would ever think that.
I've never seen. I can't believe. I can't believe I saw 2 people doing an interview out of that Forest game, and they had smiles on their faces. That blew my mind in general. Now, how can you walk out and be? I know you're doing it for the channel, but how are you happy in that situation? I just don't get it. That was one thing I didn't get.
Dietrich, you're wrong again. Dietrich, you're wrong again. Sorry.
Okay, leave it in the summer, mate. So that'll be Dietrich's. That Spurs pick will have to go.
Yeah. Dietrich, are you gonna go when he starts? When Kane goes to Man United, are you gonna become a Red Devil or what?
Dietrich's
Let me know in the chat.
Dietrich's fourth.
King. Arsenal should go and grab King right now. Go and get King.
He would never come here.
He's an Arsenal fan.
I'm not even entertaining this.
He's not.
He's an Arsenal fan. Do you know that?
He's one of our own.
Kulusevski is an Arsenal fan. We just need one more, and they got the front 3 of Arsenal fans.
Harry Kane. There's a photograph of him in the old Highbury, man, with the old O2 top on.
Yeah,
you know, he's an Arsenal fan.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's too funny. All right, guys.
And his favorite player was Freddie Ljungberg. Do you know that?
What?
Yeah, his favorite Harry Kane's an Arsenal fan, and his favorite player is Freddie Ljungberg.
Yeah, I mean, we all have seen the picture, but he's a Spurs legend.
He's one of us. He's one of us, bro. He grew up in he's one of us, bro. Go and get it. Arsenal. Go and
I
get
will
it.
send you, Fuad. If he holds up an Arsenal shirt, I will send you 100.
If Kane comes to Arsenal, I'd wear a Spurs shirt. That's how confident.
No,
it's like.
I wouldn't say that. People have been suffering. People have been suffering making bets like that. I would.
Yeah, I know a certain someone too.
I'll give you. It's professional. He has to be professional about it. It's like Darren Bent plays for Tottenham, and he's a massive Arsenal fan.
But
Darren Bent is shit.
To be fair, Prince. To be fair, if I was Harry Kane, I want to go somewhere. And now, don't come on. No one jump me in this. I want to go somewhere where we're winning trophies. And Arsenal ain't the place right now for that. If I was Harry Kane, I want a Premier League title.
That's you're missing a goal scorer.
He should, in my opinion, also he wouldn't come, even though he is an Arsenal fan, he wouldn't come.
Connor, I'll give you an example, right? Do you know that? Okay, do you know that when we was Everton away? All right, this is the difference between Kane and Kane, and this is the difference between having an outside striker and no one. You know that chance when Odegaard missed the sitter, dropped the Kane at Everton? That's 1-0 Arsenal. You're going on with a 1-0 victory.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. He will be a massive difference. You bring Kane to Arsenal.
I know 100%. Yeah, he'd be big for Arsenal, but he won't come here. He won't.
Oh, listen, the club don't do anything.
Kane, I'd go to Real Madrid.
Yeah, go to Real Madrid, man. I think
Yeah, I need trophies. I can't be breaking records for goals and not have trophies in my career.
That's it.
He needs to go to a top. I'd even if I was him, if I was that desperate, I'd go PSG because I know
he's leaving.
How old is
I
Harry
think.
Kane? How old is
30.
Harry Kane?
29, 30. Yeah, 29, 30.
No, he's 29, I think.
Hold up.
Hold on. Let me get the expert. in here.
29. 29.
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing?
What's up, Dietrich?
Dietrich.
Harry Kane's 29.
29.
There's
Dietrich.
There is no way Harry Kane is going to come to Arsenal.
Well, but
Let-
didn't we say the same thing about Sol Campbell?
Well said, Steve.
well, that's because the manager at the time, Keith Burtonshaw, right, didn't want him. That's why he came to Arsenal, because he didn't want him. Now, the fact is, Harry Kane was, as a young man, as a growing up, an Arsenal fan. That's a fact. That is a fact. But the fact of the matter is, he's never going to come to Arsenal. So let's just forget that argument. Let's forget
Yeah.
it.
He's going to Chelsea if I had a bet.
Yep.
I say Chelsea. I say Chelsea or Man United. I think more likely it's going to be Man United, even though I don't think he necessarily fits into Ten Hag's system. But what do I know?
But
I think he does. I think
Would
he
you
does.
Would you
No,
guys?
that's enough.
Might end up Liverpool, man, because Firmino's leaving.
Liverpool
Would you
won't
guys-
take that money. Liverpool.
Oh, they haven't got the money, bro. They haven't got the money, bro.
No,
Liverpool
they,
haven't
no,
got the money.
no. They have the money, not the ambition. There's a difference. They have the money. They're the third richest club in the world.
Would you guys say if Kane played for Arsenal, you would win the league
100%.
this year?
100%.
100%.
Not 100% because it's Man City.
Steve, look at the goals he scored this season.
Oh, I
I know,
know.
but 100%.
They're sitting in 8th, and he's second top goal scorer this season. 100% we do. In situations like West Ham and Southampton, 1,000% we'd have won them
Okay,
games.
fair. You know what? Fair enough. You would.
1,000%. And that's no disrespect to Jesus at all, but we need
No,
a
yeah.
goal scorer. We need a goal scorer.
That's,
I don't think he'll never go to Bayern
Harry
Munich.
Kane's Harry
He ain't
Kane's
got to Bayern Munich.
he's dangerous, isn't he? You know, once he gets that sniff, Harry Kane only needs a half a chance. Jesus needs about 5 chances before they put the ball in the net. There's a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Half a chance, and this guy needs about 4 or
It's
5
so-
chances
It's so
before
funny.
they put the ball in the net.
It's so funny. Every Arsenal fan was hyping Jesus. Now everyone wants a new goal scorer.
The problem with Jesus is, and I'll say this here now, maybe people have a different opinion. The thing with Jesus is, yeah, I agree. He was getting a lot of hype when we first got him. In my opinion, he's a talented player, but he's not a striker. He's a centre forward. He's an attacking mid. You see what he does on the pitch. He likes to track back, by the way, which is not what we want a striker to do. We don't want a
100%.
striker. We want him to stay in his
I agree.
position and get goals, because that's exactly what Haaland and Harry Kane do. Haaland runs back sometimes, but we want someone who's always there poaching. He's always in between the box. He's in between the defenders. With Jesus, he's your classic Brazilian. He loves the skill. He loves a turnaround. He loves faking a shot, and he takes his time with it. And that is a classic Brazilian thing to do. You look at Ante this season for Man United. He tries so hard because he's doing flicks and tricks and trying to get goals. He's, in my opinion, Jesus is a winger or a cam or a centre forward. He's not an out-and-out striker. And
He's
that's
the right
why-
winger, bro.
and that's why, in my opinion, we need to go ahead and but do you know what? And I know for a fact that striker position isn't on top of our priorities this summer. You already know Arteta's looking at a midfielder, but God knows we'll probably bring in some fella
He
from.
needs to bring in a striker. He needs to definitely bring in a striker, man. He needs
Yeah.
to bring in a striker.
So,
Because
anyway.
when everyone's talking about, okay, if they don't want to go spend money, okay, if they don't want to spend money on a right winger, Pep Guardiola used to play Jesus right winger. Why can't we do the same? So when you the only way, but because they don't want to buy, if they buy a striker, go buy an out-and-out striker. If you're going to sell Nketiah, then Balogun has to be a backup. But buy an out-and-out striker, and when Saka's in performance, Jesus should play on the right. Why can't he do that? Pep did it. If you want
But
to
you
do that,
guys-
master,
you get-
copy him.
You guys say you want to out-and-out striker. Name me one realistic target that you guys think will fit Arsenal.
I'd have gone for Ivan Toney, but he's now been banned for 8 months.
Yeah.
Jonathan
I'd
David.
take him in January. I don't care.
Yeah,
I'd take him.
David.
Victor Rossi. I'm being serious. Victor Rossi, man.
Yeah,
I'd take him at Arsenal.
Yeah, Victor Rossi. That's
100
what I agree with Connor.
For
I'll take that.
140 million. You
Yeah,
you
100%.
really think-
If I was the Kroenkes and I saw a player like that, and I saw a goal scorer and what he's done for Napoli this season, the fact that he's got Napoli to one of the first, well, he's one of the reasons that whole team's been fantastic this season. But he's got Napoli to their first Serie A title in how long? How long has it been?
1989-90.
Yeah,
Wow.
that long.
Very
And
nice.
if I see a player like that, I'm on him. If I was the Cronkies and if I actually cared about Arsenal, I'd on him.
But we know,
got-
we know Arsenal's gonna pay 100 million on Declan Rice and spend on shit.
Yeah,
at the other
I'll take
target.
Declan Rice, man.
No, but you have. I don't know. Like no one.
I said this earlier, D-Trax. I said this earlier.
Yeah.
We've got to sell to invest. That's the thing. But that's the problem
Yeah.
we've got at Arsenal. We don't sell properly. Fact, we do not sell properly. I can't
Yeah.
actually. Do you know what? The last sell we made that I thought, oh my God, that
Well,
is
look.
serious cash, was Alex Iwobi, where we
And
sold
with
30 mil.
No, it's more than that.
40 million.
Yeah, and I was like, that is business. That is
What?
Look at him now. 40 mil for Alex
You
Iwobi.
sold him for that much?
Yeah, I
Holy
wouldn't have even paid 15 for him, and that was business that we
Holy
done.
shit.
And that's what we need to do this summer. Like people like Rob Holding, I know we like to banter him a lot. I don't want him to go free, 3.5 mil, 4 something. We need to.
Yeah, Connor's right.
I'm gonna drop this, and then I need to. I'm gonna drop this, and then I need to go take care of something real quick. The next on the list for buy, keep, sell, buy, loan, sell is Rob Holdini.
Oh, go.
I would keep him.
Get out of here, D-Trix. I'm done with you
Tell
already.
him.
I want to put the end on this. I'll TJ.
He'd be your best. He'd be your best center back at Spurs.
Yeah,
bro.
well, but
I would keep him.
we
myself.
do have to. We've got to sell to invest because this whole thing about this war chest that the Cronkies are going to give us happens every single summer. It's not happening. We're not having a war chest because it says 150 to 200 mil. I say it again. Jez said this the other week. We spend around 150 to 200 mil every season anyway. So there's no war chest. It's the same amount we spend every season because we've got it somewhere, and it's what we're going to be reiterating and keep spending every single summer. There's no war chest.
Yeah.
We're going to do the exact same
Connor,
thing we do.
Connor.
Wait, one sec, Prince.
Connor.
One sec.
Sorry.
We are going to have to sell to invest, fact. But the problem is the players that we're going to sell aren't worth a lot. That's why I'm not getting hyped up that we're going to sign all these great, fantastic players because we're in the Champions League now. It's a load of rubbish. But anyway, I'll end on that. Sorry.
No, I think you're right, Connor. I think there's a certain level that, of course, Edu and Arteta and Vinay are going to decide upon. There's a certain amount of money. There could be 150 million, 200 million. But if let's say it's 200 million and we spend 100 million, 120 million on one player like that, I think is absolutely foolish. And
But
Declan
the
Rice
thing
is
is-
a player at West Ham, but he may not fit into the Arsenal system so well. We don't know. He's going to be better.
Quality, bro.
Fuad, come on now. Fuad, are you going to spend 100 million on Declan Rice?
Bro, listen. You know, the thing is, if you're gonna act big, then pay big, bro. We can't turn around and say, oh, we want ambition, we want to win, and then we want to pay the players. No, go and spend 170 million on Declan Rice and Salcedo from Brighton, and then go and get when Xhaka goes, go and get Tillman in for free. You've got 3 midfielders there for next season. Then go all out for a striker. I don't care about right backs. Go all out for an outside striker because when you've got a striker putting the ball in the net, it takes all pressure off the fence.
Right. So you're basically right. I'm the same way. I would pay 112. I'd pay 100 million for Victor Osimhen than I would Declan Rice because Declan Rice.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The money, you're missing the point. The money is there. It's like what are you going to stand on? I'd say, for instance, Xhaka is like 15 million. His replacement is free.
Spend it the right way.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If they spend it the right way, they could get 2 players. Declan Rice for 90 million, and they're going to get the Brighton boys they go for 70 million or 80 million. That takes you to like 170 for 2 players. We have spent 170 million on shit. So
Yeah.
2 players of that caliber will make Arsenal better. And then when you got if they say they got another, and if we say for instance we sell people like the brother Connor just said, Rob Holding 4 million, Eddie Nketiah 50. Palace are willing to pay 25 million for Eddie Nketiah. Take the 25 million. Then you got the Manchester 70 million. It takes you back up to 105 million, 115 million. Go all out for that striker.
If we get those prices for him, like Connor said, if we get those prices.
Yeah, it's
I think we'll get 20 million easy for Eddie.
Not being a fool and saying, "Oh man, we can't sell Socrates, we can't sell Ozil, we can't sell Kolasinac."
Yeah, he's right.
Here you go, guys. We'll give you him for free, and we'll give you 5 mil extra just so you can take him. And that's exactly what goes wrong with Arsenal in the transfer window. We signed when we that transfer window last summer, we signed, in my opinion, at the time, 2 good players, Zinchenko and Jesus. The others
Yeah.
were just projects. They weren't anything to shout about. We signed Fabio Vieira, Marquinhos, and who was the other one? We signed one more, didn't we? Fabio Vieira, Marquinhos, Matt Turner. There was, I think there was one more.
The defender Osti something from the US.
No, trust me.
Sure.
No, we signed one more. But you see what I mean, though. We signed 2. We signed 2 proper players, and that is down to the fact that we didn't sell as good, and it's going to be the same thing this summer, people. So don't get ahead of yourselves because we've got Champions League. We're going to sign great players. I'm going to say it again. We were in the Champions League for 22 years. We signed probably one world-class player. Northside said it on Jez's channel. We signed one good player, world-class at the time, and that was Mesut Ozil. I would even put Alexis Sanchez up there, but we made Alexis Sanchez here at Arsenal. So we're not going to sign Bellingham. We're not going to sign Mbappe. We're not going to sign all these world-class players just because they got a high rating on FIFA, people. Don't think we're going to sign them, yeah?
Connor, do you know what? Connor, do you know what Arsenal
hold
don't do?
Hold on, Prince. What were you gonna say, Dietrich? Sorry, I know you're trying.
No, I just wanted to say like maybe I just have a feeling, in my opinion. I know Saliba has 1 year left on his contract. That's true, right? He has 1 year. I think Arsenal might sell him to someone this summer and raise the funds to buy a world-class player. I honestly think that might happen this summer.
I don't think so.
It might be
That won't
crazy.
surprise me one
I
bit.
think it's gonna happen, man.
That don't surprise me though. That won't surprise me. That's Arsenal for you. But I was saying to you is, you know, another thing what Arsenal don't do, TJ, what they don't do, is they never ever find out situation. Actually, they've done it in January, but they don't do it in the summer. It's like, you know, like when the big transfer market, all right? Like, how did Man City find out? Man City found out there was a dispute between Borussia Dortmund and Haaland. Man City pounced on it. Do you know what I mean? But it's the same when we found out there's a dispute between Trossard and the thing. We pounced on it. So if there's a dispute between a player and we don't know, obviously we won't know because we're fans. But these big clubs, they find out about things like that. They know a lot of things behind the scenes. But it seems like we're the only club who don't pounce on it. Like if we know, say for instance, I'll give you an example. Like for instance, say like the Felix kid, you know, who plays for Chelsea. Joe Felix, you know, he had a disagreement with Simeone. Now Chelsea found out. They thought, oh, do you know what? We won't buy him. Let's get him on loan.
Everybody knew that. Everybody knew
Yeah,
that.
but behind a lot of scenes, I have to say, but in the summer, there's a lot of unhappy players who want to leave. So our club don't react to him. We don't. It's like now, Tillsman, we know he's leaving. Madison, we know he's leaving. Do you know what I mean? These are the kind of players you could actually buy on. You know what?
Free as well, by the way. He's a free.
I get him ready done now.
No.
What's
Like,
that?
I know this season, not a lot of people. I'm trying to look for how much we've our records. But Tielemans, he ain't been great this season. I mean, let's look at it right. He's in a relegation team. You know, and you look at that. One player I would definitely take out of Leicester was Maddison because he stood out. In my opinion, Tielemans hasn't stood out this season for Leicester.
Even Harvey Barnes.
However, I'll finish out. However, I would take him for the fact that we need to bolster this bench. And we need any sort of talent possible. And one, he's Premier League proven. Two, he takes over Fabio Vieira's slot, in my opinion. Smith Rowe, in my opinion, is going to leave. We need a midfielder slot. Sambi Lokonga ain't it. I'm sorry he's not. That was another player that we signed because he's one for the future. He's not. I'm sorry he's not. You can't even get a spot in the Crystal Palace starting 11. I think that says a lot. You know, so we need to be getting the fact that this guy's on a free. Tielemans is a free player. This is a free agent. No money's going to be spent. You know, no money's going to be spent on these players. You know, but this is the thing, we've got to bring them in. You know, N'Golo Kante is on a free. I know he's past it. Come on, I know he's past it. But this is a player who's won a Champions League. Still, in my opinion, a good DM. Just to bring him in, just to bolster the squad. We need leaders as well. This guy knows he knows the game. I was talking to my mates today. The problem that Arsenal have and the way we've slipped up in games. You look at the Liverpool game. As soon as Xhaka done that thing and then rolled up the crowd. If we had a leader in that team that said, yo, shut up, you're not the man, you're not this, you're not that. If we had a proper leader, I don't think it would have gone that way, you know? And this is what we need. That's another thing we've got to look at in this window. We need leaders in this team. No more kids. No more under
Yeah,
23
100%, bro.
process test. We need leaders in this team. And someone like N'Golo Kante is on a free. Why not? It's a free deal. Why not? We love free deals here at Arsenal. Why not? We give them Chelsea will give you $5 million because Eddie likes to do that. You know, but this is what I mean. And players like
Someone said Barnes. Someone said Barnes. I agree with him. Who said Barnes? Bring in Barnes. I agree with him. From Leicester.
No, I have a better source.
Hold on. I want to ask Connor a question.
Okay.
How many games has N'Golo Kante played this season?
5 games.
That's
not a lot. But I know, but this is the thing, TJ. I know he's not played a lot of games this season, but it's still a player, in my opinion, that could be there in the team, maybe on the bench, maybe reiterate. We're going into the Champions League, remember? And I know he's not been injury prone, but look at the player that he's been before. Yes, you can look at injuries. I completely understand that and why you wouldn't want to bring him in. I can get that. But I look at it in hindsight. If you really want to bolster this squad, and I know we do love taking Chelsea rejects, I don't think Kante is a Chelsea reject. And the way that Chelsea are moving now, it looks like they're going to be offloading a lot of midfielders this summer. Ruben Loftus-Cheek's already linked out to AC Milan. You know, so I would take N'Golo Kante personally, not because I want to start him or anything, but it's a free contract. If you look at it, really, a free player, does it hurt that much? No, a free N'Golo Kante, I take it personally. I know looking past injuries, but in the terms of bolstering the squad, you know, everyone talks about as soon as it gets to February and all of our players are injured, then we look at it, oh no, our bench is crap. You know, look at N'Golo Kante, that's a player.
I agree with you, 100%.
You know, and that's. But I completely get TJ. I completely get your point, bro, about how you're worried about the whole injury. So I completely get that, though.
I just don't want to. I'm just so tired of the narrative of Arsenal being shady acres for Chelsea players. Yeah, and honestly, like, and this is another thing, and I've said it. This will probably be the 4th time I've said it today. If we sign Mason Mount, I'm going to rage. And by the way, Will, I think that's still you using the Tottenham Away account. I brought up signing Tyler Adams to Arsenal, even to just bring him off the bench, and I got absolutely roasted. I would take Tyler Adams at Arsenal, personally.
No. Do you know what Arsenal's going to do? They're going to go to Brazil, sign a nobody, and
make him So they're going to keep... So, Dietrich, you're saying that they're going to do the same thing that they've been doing? Yeah, I know.
Bro, no, name me one... No, serious talk. Name me one top player that you guys have that is older than 25 years old. One.
I would have said Thomas Partey if he hasn't had a stinker into the season.
No, but it's like clearly Arteta and Edu, they cannot work with like quality, like
that's Dietrich. This is the point now, and this is where we've come to because of the process, and because we've done Project Youth, and we thought we could be the next whoever Benfica, get all these young players in. And then decide to build a massive team rather than make them great. It hasn't worked. So we've now been stuck with the likes of Granit Xhaka as our oldest player, practically, and Rob Holding. And look how that makes us look now. You know, all these young players, we don't actually have a leader in the team.
Connor, but you know what? The way the rumours are going around London and North London, it looks like I know the brother texted him mostly having a laugh, but I can see Declan Rice and Mason Mount coming. For some reason, Mason Mount is heavily linked with Arsenal. And you know when he was in Chelsea links, 90% of the time, it's like when Jorginho, Brian, in January, he's heavily linked with Arsenal. He comes through the door. So I won't be surprised if we get Mount and Declan Rice.
Yep.
That won't surprise me one bit.
Yeah. Just to reiterate, last thing, and I will shut up because I've talked a lot today and I do have to go in a bit. However, I just want to say one more thing. Been looking at the transfer stuff in the last 3 seasons, because I believe that's when Edu came in. He's been in for about 3-4 seasons. In the last 3-4 seasons, I've got the receipts here. You can look at it. We've only sold one player for a profit. We have not gone above 30 million in the last 3 seasons in outgoings. 30 million, and we've spent about 150 every season. Now look at it, and everyone thinks it's going to change this season. I'm sorry, guys. I don't see us doing a lot.
Connor, question: is the last big money that you sold, was it Willock to Newcastle?
Willock we sold for about, I think it was 29 million. I've just seen the last big one we done was 2021 or 1920. Was it 20? Wait 1 sec. 2021. It was 1920 season, and that was for Alex Iwobi, and that was for 30. Wow, it wasn't 40 mil. It was 30 mil. And that's
Wow.
the last big outgoing we've done. Alex Iwobi, and we haven't, and I'll say it again, we have not sold more than 30 million in our last 4 seasons in outgoings. I think it's even further than that.
And when you look at City, they just throw players in big money like Sterling for 50.
Yeah,
They don't
but
care.
and that's the thing. We're going to do the same thing this season. We're going to bring in 2 good players for a high fee, and then this is when and you can see it, guys. You can see it. This is exactly when Arsenal go to the chipping points. You look at Caicedo. We'll offer you this 2 million more, 4 million, because they don't have it because the Cronkies won't give it to them. So there's no war
Yeah,
chest
he's right. The
into these reports. There's no war chest. We're going to sell maybe 2 players this summer for maybe more than 20 mil, I bet, maybe even less. And we will not break even enough to be able, because this is what we're going to do. We're going to buy, and then we're not going to sell enough, and then we're not going to have enough money. That's exactly how this summer's going to go. If I get proven wrong, I get proven wrong, but that's how it's going to go. And that's where I'm going to end it.
Oh, man. Mic drop.
Yeah.
Mic
I'm
drop.
going to have to pop off, by the way, TJ.
Hey, shout yourself out real quick, please.
Yeah, I
Connor,
do editing. I'm on Instagram, cmo.editing. Feel free to hit me up. I've done work for a ton of guys here, like Dow, obviously TJ. I do work for his channel and his thumbnails and all that. And of course, I've done Jez's channel as well. Maybe some guys in the chat as well that are here. Big up to everyone here. I know I went on a bit of a rant today. I always try not to, but I sometimes get that. And I'm actually quite fuming that. I didn't actually know that till tonight. We've actually sold no one for more than 30 mil in the last 3-4 seasons. So
I think you were right on, Connor. We have no reason to get gassed up about signings that we read about in the back of the papers right now, because nothing really happens until August 31st for Arsenal.
yes, sir.
And so who's to think this summer is going to be any different?
Yep, and it is what it is. Just get ready for the same show. Fair play to the team for what the football they've played. I'm not going to forget that the football they have played, majority of the season has been fantastic. Just a shame the way it's ended. But listen, that's the Arsenal at the moment, because it happens every year. So it is what it is. But big up to everyone on the panel. Legends, TJ, of course, legend. Dow, co-host with the most, legend as well. Everyone in the chat, big up. And yeah, I'm out of it. So I'll see you guys.
See you later, Connor. Thanks again for
See you
everything.
later.
Guy.
Facts, Connor. Facts.
So I see TJ's a lazy, that he doesn't do his editing, his thumbnails.
No, I pay people that are actually better at it than I ever could be, Dave Dietrich. That's the thing. I know you. I bring the vocal side of it. I do not bring the artistic side of it. I'm going to be 100% honest.
No, fair play.
All right, Jez. It's been a while since we've heard from you, my friend.
Hey, Jez.
Jez is just kind of chilling out. I can tell he's enjoying his vino. He just corralled a 9-person panel. So like, how can I blame him? But Jez, what are your thoughts on this? Like, realistically, Jez, and I'm gonna get off the buy keep sell. We'll do a different show for that. Honestly, we got through 4 players and then it just spun off to oblivion. Yeah, exactly. And then QER was next. So let's just be honest. That profile picture from Prince Fuad is just absolutely ridiculous, by the way. So Jez, what are we realistically gonna do this summer? Are we realistically gonna build for the transfer window? Or are we just, getting gassed up about, oh yeah, Champions League football, it's a big attraction? Do you honestly think that we're gonna be bringing the players required to, let's just say, get out of the group stage?
You want my honest opinion?
Always, yes.
It will be as it's always been. It will be, we're in for every player in Europe, and we're going to be, Fabrizio Romano will say, oh, we're going to sign this player, this player, this player, this player. And, we're going to sign Declan Rice. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. And the Cronkies, Josh, might step out once again and say, be excited. And no, I'll tell you why. Because we can sell players that need to get out of this club. Seriously. And as Connor just said, great comment. Listen to it intently. We buy players expensively and we sell them cheaply. And we'll sell players 10 million, 5 million, 7.5 million. and then we will sit with Edu and his crew, and we'll go for Casado. Oh, Brighton are going to up his price. Let's get it right. They're going to up his price. And we'll go in with some stupid, embarrassing bid, and they'll laugh at us, and we won't be friends. We won't be friends anymore. We won't be friends. Because this bullshit that Arsenal Football Club puts out, we like to be friends. Well, fuck off being friends. You are in elite blood football. So you need to go and do some damage. Step up, door and say, Casido, how much is he worth? 50 million? Right, here's 50 million pounds. What's your bank account details? Right, fair play. There you go. It's in your bank. It's in your bank in 5 minutes. Let's get him up to London Colney. Let's have the physical. Let's get the doctors look over him. Job done. Fantastic. Pop the fucking photo out. We're still waiting for the Saka photo. We're still waiting. What is the problem at this bloody football club? A great comment here. Jamino saying, record signing of Pepe, 72 million. Aubameyang, 56. How much did we get for him? Lacazette, 50 million. How did we get for him? Ozil, 40. How much did we get for him? Fuck all. Useless. We cancelled Ozil's contract. We got nothing. Nothing. We cancelled Aubameyang's contract. We stuck him out to play with the cows at the training ground. I mean, I'm sorry, it's a shocking, disrespectful state of this football club. We will do, in my opinion, guys, absolutely nothing. We will put the shopping list out there. Arteta, who's, yes man. Edu, who is weak. He will spend more time on his jet ski, on his barbecues, and sucking his little girl's toes than actually doing the business he needs to do. Because we will be piped all around Europe. Oh, yeah, we're linked with this player. 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 Linked with this player. Right? Poor old Steve Makela is going to have a nightmare keeping up with the traction this summer window. We know Steve loves all the watching, and I respect him. He's the only guy I actually listen to about European players, international players, because he does know his shit. Let's get it right. Arsenal Football Club are a bunch of pussies. They're never serious. We get all the super fans, these so-called super fans. Yeah, great, wonderful. You know fuck all. You know fuck all about this football club. And you need to piss off. And I'll tell you this right now, and I'm angry. I'm very angry. Is when Arteta is sacked, when he fails to get out of the group stage of the Champions League, I will go big time into all these super fans, because they know they talk bullshit. They do it for likes and clicks and all that absolute pony. And they are the damage in this football club. They are the cancer. And I called this over 2 years ago on Lee Gunner's channel. And all of a sudden, people are quoting me saying, Jez got it right. Oh, they are the cancer. They are the cancer. Fact. And yet I get people telling me, oh, Jez, you talk bullshit. You talk bullshit. Mate, I've been around this club for way too long. I've seen it all before. I have seen this in the 70s before any of you guys were ever born. And I'm not going to make myself to be elitist. Well, he may have been. But I don't know if you
I didn't watch Arsenal.
the fact that I'm not going to make myself be elitist here. I'm just saying, I've seen this
Right.
before. We've done this for over 50 bloody years. And it ain't going to change anytime soon. Because Arsenal,
Dal, I got an idea.
classy Arsenal, classy, right, classy.
Yeah.
Like
Classy
to be
Arsenal.
nice. We like to be nice. We like to be nice. We like to
Dal.
respect bollocks.
Jez, I don't want to interrupt you, but Dal, I got a t-shirt idea. When we get monetized, go.
I was going to say,
Go, Jez.
all these super fans, when you get found out, you can F off down the lane.
Dal, t-shirt idea. When we get monetized, okay, we can start selling stuff on here, right?
Sure.
Hashtag
Yes,
Jez was right t-shirts.
Jez, do you think, I was going to say, Jez,
Some great
do you
t-shirts.
think the club mentality will change if an owner comes in? Say, for instance, like with Man City before Man City was taking over, they were on the same thing as Arsenal's doing. Make as you spend. So whatever the club makes you spend that money. And Thomas Cook was in charge on that. But then when this owner come in, he come in and sacked every one of them. Said, you goodbye, you goodbye, you goodbye, you goodbye, you goodbye, you goodbye. Sacked every one of them. Every single one of them. They said, it's my way or the highway. And he invested into this is my team, I'm going to invest into the team. So I think till the owner comes in and says that, because say for instance, you got it's mad at what's going on in the big world for Man United, because the guy who wants to buy Man United, his older brother Tamim is an Arsenal fan. So you got the Prince, the younger brother Samim, who supports Man United, and you got the older brother Tamim, who's a Qatari Prince, who supports Arsenal. So if say for instance Tamim thinks I want to buy Arsenal, he's coming in. He's saying, goodbye, Vinan, goodbye. He's sacking every one of them.
Right, Fawad, but one thing that you know that, and I know you know this, Arsenal is just another brand of Cronkies. Why would they sell a piece of their portfolio of what they own? Right?
Because when the fans wake up, Princess,
as well as you think, my friend. I just don't think, first the Cronkies.
It's the fans. Okay, for instance, if the fans are right, it's like Jez was saying, it is the fans. Listen, me, I am an Arsenal fan, but I'm not going to be extreme saying no, because he is part of the problem. The same with the Cronkies, because I think the Cronkies don't back him, and Arteta at the end of the day just wants the job. Do you know what I mean? So, but if, for instance, now this Arab owner comes into his brother, Prince Samim buys Manchester United, the Qatari, and they see what's going on there. Then you got Prince Sheikh Mansour. Then you got the Aston Villa Brighton, who's backed by the Arab Nicholas, who's going to spend 150 million. It's like it's going to get to a point when I forget Newcastle will be taking over you. You got Nottingham Forest spending more than 100 million. And if we keep going down this route, I know Arsenal fans. I know we finished second, but if we keep going down this route, forget about the Newcastles of the world, the Aston Villas of the world, because. It's like before when Arsenal were doing it, they can get away with it. But now you won't get away with it no more because you've got more investors who are coming in and spending money. It's like that American guy from Chelsea spent 600 million. The Cronkies in his fan base can't just look good. Like Jesus said it earlier, saying, I want to look good on TV. I want to be a super fan. Well, you're going to be a super fan, but your team's going to be playing in the championship. You keep going how you're going.
Well, yeah, no, trust me, I want different ownership as well. But I just think it's going to take a large amount of money and a powerful person to pull the Arsenal brand from the Kroenke Holdings. Remember, we're part of holdings with the Los Angeles Rams, the Avalanche, and TJ whatever else knows because the Kroenkes are in the Kansas City area, so he knows the sporting organization. And for them to sell a part of their holdings is it's going to be really difficult. Like just some guy sit like the Nottingham.
The way they go on, okay. The way they go on, but they're in assets, isn't it? They're worth money in assets. Well, say for instance, say if Prince Tamim bought Arsenal, he's not coming with assets. He's coming with 200 billion cash. That's how much he's worth. See, like with Sheikh Mansour, It's like with Sheikh Mansour, he's the same. He's not coming. He's worth. That's what cash he got. It's like with the Saudi
Yeah,
owner,
we'll get you
with
on right
the owner of Saudi, the King Mohammed Salman, who got the king, who got a part of Newcastle United. He's worth, you always know how much he's worth. So these people ain't coming in with installments like with the Cronkies. Yeah, they got the Rams and all that. But say, for instance, Prince Tamim Athani, who's an Arsenal fan, the Qatari prince, buys Arsenal. He's coming in with 200 billion of his money. He's not coming in like saying, "Oh, I need assets."
Right. I mean, that's a 200 billion is a crazy amount of money.
That's how much he's worth.
He's not.
Well,
He's not coming.
I believe it. But I just think that the Cronkies, right? If you put a bunch of $1 billion in front of them, of course you're going to get them at the table. Daniel Elk tried it from Spotify. He couldn't even get them to the table. But when you're talking 200 billion, that's a massive, massive number. But the thing, again, I just don't see the Cronkies like even wanting to sell because I think they see this as like you said, as an asset.
They won't. They
But
won't
that's all to the
sell.
fans, isn't it? That's all to the fans. The fans aren't going to sell.
I hope they don't sell your club. I wish this continues. This
Just the
beautiful,
same way
wonderful
that I
story.
hope Levy never leaves.
No, don't say that.
Oh,
No,
you
go back
guys,
to the
yo, listen, you guys, Tottenham, you guys got next manager is going to be an ex-fisherman, bro. You can't get no one, bro.
No, wait. You know what?
He's going to be an ex-fisherman who's coming into your club. Come on, bro. You guys.
Fuad, you see the difference? We're shit. But at the end of the day, we finished the same way as you guys. Only you made Champions League with no trophies, just like us.
And you guys are
You
not.
got F1 coming to your grounds, isn't it? You got F1. Isn't that true? F1? You got to have a go-karting manager soon.
Beyonce's coming for 2 nights. Beyonce's coming for 2 nights, Fuad. Beyonce FC, baby.
Right to say, I've just watched the most embarrassing thing on the BBC News.
What's that?
What's that, bro?
Manchester City receiving the trophy.
Oh yikes! I don't even want to.
And
I was in such a good mood.
He might as well have had Mikel Arteta walking into that changing room with that trophy on a silver platter.
Yeah.
That is embarrassing levels of Arsenal Football Club.
And you know what, Jez? I was watching last night the video with you and Lee and Kenny Ken. And Kenny Ken said it perfectly. They didn't even have to kick a fucking ball. No, they didn't have to kick a ball today. They don't have to kick a ball this week, and they don't have to kick a ball next week, and they already get the trophy. And the whole thing is that we had no fight. No fight.
No, we didn't. Wankers, a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so upset. So, to me, guys, I just want steel in the midfield. If we're going to get, sell some players and make some purchases, I want Vieira out. We can do better than Odegaard. We can get James Maddison in there. I mean, maybe as a backup for Odegaard. I don't know. But I just want some steel in the midfield. We've just been pushed off the ball. I was watching the highlight of, who was it, yesterday? Lille and Marseille. And you know what? Every one of those players on both teams just ran their asses off. They were just dead after the game. It was just up and down. And they had strong physical midfielders that were pushing players around, kicking them. It was nothing like we've seen Arsenal do, ever.
Last time I checked, Edu was on vacation during the transfer window with his family. Oh, man. You guys are fucked. You guys are fucked, I swear.
But we have a manager, and you guys don't. So
Dietrich.
And you signed Eric Dyer for 3 more years.
Oh no! Don't start with don't start with this clown. Please don't start with him. Please do not start with him.
Don't throw stones in the glass house, Dietrich. I just got done with Edgy, and I'll do you guys next.
That we consider
Oh boy. Okay, we got another guest coming on. It's his first time on TJ Warren TV, and he's actually one of my favorite YouTubers. He is also from the wrong country. Please welcome Will Stewart from Tottenham Away.
What's going on, guys?
TJ Warren TV. He is a true professional. And yeah,
I don't like seeing my name in red though. I'll just say
Yeah.
that. You know?
Will, how you doing, man? Are you celebrating alongside Man City like the rest of the league is, or what are you doing?
No, I celebrated yesterday when you guys lost to Nottingham Forest. I didn't have to watch the City game today. There's no reason. I'm not Dietrich. I don't go on loan, so I just watched you guys, seal off the deal of the bottle job and celebrated then. So
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Are you like
celebrate's a weird word. I mean, laugh is more appropriate.
Yeah, it's okay. We've been laughing at you guys all season, so it is what it is. Are you gonna go? Are you excited about Beyonce doing 2 nights at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium?
It's the only thing. It's the most exciting thing that's happened at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and probably in the last 6 months. So it's.
Yeah, big up, man, big up. Yeah, no, absolutely, I agree. You were dropping some knowledge about Fabio Vieira. I kind of wanted to. I don't think this gets talked about enough. Fabio Vieira. Do you think he has any sort of future, let alone not even at Arsenal, just in the Premier League? And maybe we can just go around the panel on this, but let's get Will in on this first. Do you think he has a future in the Premier League?
I mean, I don't know if he grew 3 inches and put on about 50 pounds, maybe. But I mean, because look, the Premier League it's not Spain, right? Like we have the same problem with Brian Hill. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Brian Hill or not, but we signed him. He was supposed to be the new Messi, a generational talent, the biggest signing ever, and the guy can't hardly get minutes over in Spain. So this is the thing. I mean, I don't know what it is about fans or just in general, but I watch a lot of Arsenal content and even just Spurs fans too. Like I don't know what it is about bigging up players that just because they put pen to paper with our club automatically means that they're God's great gift to football. And it doesn't make sense logically. I mean, Fabio Vieira has done what, right? Had a semi-decent season in Portugal, and that was it. Like, why all of a sudden is he this, star player when literally he's smaller than not only my 15-year-old but my 14-year-old is taller and weighs more than he is, and I couldn't imagine them playing against grown men, much less a grown man who's that size playing against grown men. I mean, he's smaller than most people's misses, right? I mean, you think about it. How many people's wives are 5'7", 128 pounds?
My ex was 5'4" and 350.
There you go.
Whoa!
Just joking. Just 325.
But no, we get the same problem. Brian Hill, though. I mean, he's not. Look, can he come out? Can he do a few dribbles, a couple crossovers, nutmeg a guy here and there? Yeah, but is he going to be able to play 38 games and actually dominate in the midfield? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Even if you look at people who are smaller and short, Messi, for example, he may only be 5'7", but he weighs like 165. The dude's thick, right? He's always been thick. Even when he was 16, if you look at him when he was 16. He had legs, right? He had arms. I remember when the first time when they did the unveiling of Fabio Vieira in the Arsenal shirt, and his arms were so small, and he's probably wearing the smallest size kit that you guys make, and it looked like a fucking dress. Excuse my language.
We're not monetized yet. Okay, one more thing.
I've got a bounce, man. I've got a bounce.
Okay, Jez, shout yourself out again, man, and thank you so much for coming on. I know it's late over there, and you've been killing it all day, so thank you very much.
Take care, Jez.
Nice to meet you. Spurs fans, beautiful. Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, big up,
Take care,
Jez.
man.
Take
Take
care.
care, Jez.
Big up, Jez.
I'll speak to you in the week at some point, I dare say. But,
Yes, absolutely, Jez.
Get some rest, bro.
Get some rest. I'll talk to you later. All right, I got a guy in the back that Will, I shouldn't. I don't know why I subscribe to you guys, because this guy has been giving me shit.
Oh, it's still.
Oh yeah, well, and making his TJ Warren TV debut. Unfortunately, it's Stelios.
I mean, thank you for having me on your show. Appreciate the invite. Thanks for making me feel welcome. And listen, just want to say congratulations to Manchester City on winning the Premier League today.
Oh god,
it's a phenomenal.
They actually won it yesterday.
Congratulations on winning it yesterday. It's a phenomenal achievement. Keeping your nerve, keeping your bottle, keeping your focus, your concentration, and getting the job done, as they say. So, well done, and they deserved it in the end, right? It is what it is, and hopefully, hopefully, if Real Madrid, for your sake, sack Ancelotti, you can bring him to Arsenal and get yourself a serious manager, and maybe you can go again next year, right, TJ?
I'm ready. I'm ready whenever. And I'm just kidding. Stel's a pretty nice guy. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the time.
Are they all Tottenham fans today?
What?
There's 3 of us, yeah.
There's 3 Tottenham
Tottenham
fans.
fans.
No, I'm a
look
City
at the
fan.
bright. Yo, TJ, but look at the bright side. They're gonna have Beyonce singing in the lane in the new stadium.
Lane.
You
Stel,
know,
are you excited about Beyonce in the lane? Are all the single
Have
ladies?
you seen
Your
it?
favorite song?
TJ1, have you seen the remix she be singing? If I was a boy, I could win something for Tottenham, but not in this lifetime. That song's coming out, you know.
Does Beyonce have any songs about trophies?
Yeah. All the single cabinets.
No, apparently we're gonna give Beyonce £450 million to provide a successful concert campaign. Because I know
Beyonce's bigger than Fabio Vieira, by the way.
That's a lot of money that's a lot of money for you guys to get players you will never get.
I know Arsenal Arteta got 450 million as well, so it's only right we give Beyonce something similar. Listen. I'll be honest with you guys, right? I'll be straight up. Banter aside, I'm delighted you've bottled it. It's the best thing that's happened, because if you lot had won it, I live in North London, right? I live in North London. I know what it means to support Spurs and Arsenal. I've grew up in it at school, college, you name it, right? I know what it means when the other team is successful, especially you guys under Wenger. I live for all of that. If you lot had won it, it would have been unbearable, especially under Arteta, young manager, the way you did it. And I'm so fucking happy you messed it up, man. It's the best thing that happened. But what I say is this: the same thing happened to us with Poch. We built up very smart transfers, 1 or 2 dodgy transfers, but overall we built a really good team, exciting football. We never saw it coming. I don't think any of you lot saw this coming with Arteta, if you're going to be honest as well. And we nearly got close, right? We nearly got there. The difference is what you do now. So under Poch, we just stopped buying players for 2 years. That's why so many of us Spurs fans are leaving out. We'll never forgive him for that shit. And he's gone on and done it again and again. You lot might think Conte and Mourinho have been backed. They haven't. Talk to a proper Spurs fan and we'll tell you why they haven't. If you go now and spend 150, 200 million on 3-4 top players, I think you lot could be the real deal, because that's what we didn't do with Poch. It's what you do next. So if you go and do that, I will be very, very worried. Although I'm going to say as well, I do have doubts over Arteta. I'm not knocking him as a coach. I think as a coach, he's really good. But as a manager, making decisions in certain moments, in big games, I don't know, man. I don't know yet. I don't know.
Yeah.
For me,
that's me being honest with you guys.
For me, as a rival.
Okay, real quick. I gotta get my co-host with the most out of here, and then we'll go another half hour just because we just got the Tottenham away guys in here, and I'm on there. I'm polluting their channel all the time, so gotta give them time on here. Tal, shout yourself out.
Oh, check me out on YouTube, Oregon Goon.
Oregon Goon.
Thanks for having me on, TJ. But I just wanted to say, to Stelios, I've watched you quite a bit, Stelios and Sava. Great content, along with Henry Wright and all the Tottenham fans, I guess you guys are. Anyway, my point is, I don't know if I trust Arteta, Stelios, to spend the money wisely, right? You know, when I see Fabio Vieira coming in for 35 mil that I can flick with my finger, Will's kids are bigger than him. You know, I don't know if I trust this manager to spend that kind of money. Now, if I had Pochettino, absolutely, he spends money well, right? He's gonna clear out Chelsea and he's gonna get the players he wants in, and they're gonna be title contenders next season for sure. But I just don't know if I trust this regime with the money anymore. You know, I don't trust the Fabio Vieiras. We couldn't get Caicedo over the line. Mudryk was overpriced, but we were still willing to pay 85 million for him. You know, and I think if we get 200 million and we spend 100 million on Declan Rice, that can be one of the dumbest transfers we've done besides the Peter Cech move. So what do you think, Stelios? Do you trust Arteta with the money if you're in our shoes?
Listen, I don't know how it works at Arsenal. Who makes the signings? Because at Tottenham, it's not our managers.
I think it's Edu.
It's Levy and the football director.
Well, Arteta and Edu definitely get together with Josh Kroenke. So Arteta and Edu definitely work together.
Well, look, you tried to buy Caicedo, man. I mean, if you'd bought him, he's a top player. Top player. If you go for him again and you get him
for another 20 mil plus.
I mean, it's just me, and I know the English guys aren't going to like this, but I think you should go for Caicedo. I think going for Declan Rice for 100 mil is a waste. I think Declan Rice is overrated. I don't think he's as good as everybody plays him off to be.
Really.
I just think that, right, if we have 200 mil, why spend half of it on one player from West Ham who really sees Arsenal, to be honest, as a stepping stone to something better? Because if Madrid or Bayern Munich are on the phone, he's going there first. You know.
But I don't think it'd be 100 million. I think the most expensive Declan Rice, I think we're talking 90 million. I don't think you can't see Real Madrid buying Munich. They ain't paying 100 million for Declan Rice. They ain't no one, not even Chelsea. How much money they got?
Bayern Munich will offer 65 million in Champions League football.
You've got Champions League
football, but let's be honest, we don't have Champions League football. Because if we get drawn with Inter, Barcelona, Dortmund, we're finishing bottom of the
The whole idea is it is for us to build together. We can't really have that. Like my friend who supports West Ham was telling me yesterday, it's like he's a massive West Ham fan. He's always reading in there, he's in it. And he was saying, he said, yes, it's true. Declan Rice might be going to Arsenal. Might be. Maybe. So it's more the West Ham fans telling and not the Arsenal fans. Like me, if he comes, he comes. But when you speak to them West Ham fans, and they're the ones saying he's coming to Arsenal. So you never know with this transfer. But you never know with Arsenal. Arsenal could be linked with a player all their life, and they could be free, and we still don't get it. Like Houssama Aouar, the prime example.
No, not
Hillsborough is another prime example. We've been linked with him for 2 years, and now he's free. Let's see if they really want him. You know.
I gotta go.
Gotta head out. Hey, Dal, thanks again for everything, man. We'll talk to you later. Yeah.
Yeah, big up everybody.
I don't think. You know what? To be honest with you, the Tottenham situation, though. I don't really think. I know people are having to go with Tottenham and how bad they are and all that, and I don't think it's bad as a situation. I think if they bring in a right manager,
dude, we're fucked. We're fucked.
No, but I don't mean like for instance, don't bring in a manager. Bring in like say they bring in like not Luis Enrique. But just so like you're not gonna like Brendan Rodgers. I know you might not want him.
Brendan Rodgers, he's about to get Leicester relegated.
No, but that's the truth. Yeah, but the reason why I'd be.
Oh, you want us to get relegated? Makes sense. Okay, yeah, all right. I'm with you.
No. Seriously, on a real note. Look, do you know when Leicester backed him, he won him silverware.
But we don't back any of our managers. That's the problem.
No. That's the problem. But with Brendan Rodgers, Leicester didn't give him no money. They said, no, you've got to sell. We're a selling club now. That's what they told Brendan Rodgers. So Brendan Rodgers said, okay.
Bro, we're about to.
And Brendan Rodgers turned around and said to him, you've got your rivalries, Nottingham Forest, just spend £100 million.
Managers isn't a problem.
We're about to give Dyer a 3-year contract. Do you really think we're going to do something with the good manager?
Oh my god!
Yeah, 3-year contract.
What are you saying, Central Man? I haven't heard from you in a minute. What were you saying, brother?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
It's been a minute. Sorry, it got crazy.
Jump in there, man.
Jump in.
Okay. I think this summer is a summer of hell for both our clubs, man. Like,
I think for Tottenham, man, I think they have to get rid of Kane and Son, man. They have to move on, man, because I think with the Son, man, he's wasted about 7 years and haven't won a trophy, man. It's like football is supposed to be a trophy-winning it's a trophy-winning business, man. I think they have to start again, man. You know, like it's gonna be it's very brutal. It's hard to replace those players, those caliber players, man. Like Kane's like the heart and soul of Tottenham for the last 7-8 years.
Can I ask you a question? Sorry, can I ask you a question? You say get rid of Kane and Son, but the issue, like us Tottenham fans, we can agree on that. But then it's the money. Where are we gonna spend it? Do you really think we're gonna find another Kane 27 goals a season player and a
Not really.
season winger?
Not really. It's gonna take some time, man. It's like
it's gonna get us relegated.
We spent £65 million on Richarlison. He's awful.
Yeah, I get rid of Richarlison, man. I don't know what
so
I don't know
bad.
what happened to Richarlison, man. I don't what the hell's wrong with him. Like I used to rate him. Now he's just like ever since he went to Tottenham, he went downhill, man. Like that.
He's shit.
He's not a good player.
Like
Yeah,
look at Romero, man. It's like oh my god, he's worse, man. Like you used to have like Alderweireld and Vertonghen. You don't have these type of players anymore. Like I think if you want to build a great team, you got to build from the back. You know, you got to build from the back. You can't rely on buying attack midfield players. You got to build from the back.
But you see, when you said we should, like the other guy said we should get Brendan Rodgers, right? When Mourinho first came to Spurs, he said, "I need a top centre back." He wanted Ruben Diaz. We didn't want to buy him. He's gone to Man City and won everything. He's amazing there. Then he asked for King Min Jae when no one knew about him. We weren't prepared to pay like 10 million for the guy. He's now at Napoli, lifting up Serie A. Everyone wants him. When Conte came to Tottenham, he asked for and Skriniar. When we asked for Bastoni, we don't get any of these players. We end up with like Clement Longlays, these stopgap signings. We get Joe Rodon, who lasts 2 minutes and goes on loan. So, as Spurs fans, we agree with you. We should be getting these top defenders. But when the managers ask for them, we go and buy like a £5 million option instead, and it's shocking what we've signed. Like all our defenders, Sessegnons, Emerson Chicken Royales, whatever you want to call them, Doherty's, Longlays, Eric Dyer, they're all terrible, man. Like that's not on the manager. The managers have recognised the problem.
Don't forget Davidson Sanchez.
They don't listen to the managers. They don't listen to
Davidson Sanchez.
problems.
But he's been here for a while. But that's what I'm saying. Like with us, we've got
we had
Conte. We had Jose. We had Conte off the back of 3 straight titles at the clubs he had been to, right? And we couldn't win. We couldn't win nothing with him. And it's not these managers' fault. It's not these world-class managers' fault that they can't win anything with Tottenham. The fault is the guy upstairs who refuses to buy. When we should be going in for Jack Grealish for 35, we go in for somebody else. When our coach wants Bruno Fernandes and we go out and get Jedson Fernandes, right? Like that's the problem with Tottenham. Right? It's the same. It's a similar problem that you guys had at Arsenal for the last 5-6 years, right?
Well, do you remember
we still got the same problem, bro. It's just what it is. We got the same problem. It's just we found, and Arsenal fans don't realize. We got the same problem. Arsenal don't realize all this winning mentality and all this Kingsbury and come together. It's all Mikel Arteta. I think if it was up to the Cronkies, like the way he said, it's like he wanted that Brighton player. Do you get me? He come up and said that I wanted him, but they went and got Quiddo. He wanted him, even he wanted him. Like, and who else did he want? He wanted Modric, but they didn't call him for him. So
yeah, but your squad's good enough to beat Southampton at home, man. Southampton got relegated.
No, 100%. No, he is. But at the same time, this is where Arteta gets it wrong when he's too stubborn. And he thinks he's Guardiola. He's too naive and stubborn. He's too stubborn for his own good. And when you're over stubborn, it's like instead of him changing it and saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna put Trossard in. I'm gonna put someone else in." He doesn't do it. He's stubborn. So yeah, obviously.
Do you think he's maybe not stubborn enough? Like, what was the deal with playing Party at right back yesterday? Like, what was that?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. The guy is too stubborn. He's over stubborn. Like he even like sometimes you can see it in him. He's arrogant, stubborn, and he thinks he's trying. It's like yesterday playing what's his name, Partey, right back, just goes to show how stubborn he is.
And we were making, we were making fun of like Arsenal fans that were suggesting putting in a party at right back like literally 3 weeks before Arteta actually went and did it. Like that's kind of how much like of a shambles Arsenal are right now, because I think that lineup yesterday was just Arteta throwing shit at a wall and trying to keep Tierney on the bench. Like I think that is all that was.
TJ, if you had Nuno Tavares as your only left back, I could understand making that decision. But Tierney is a top 5 left back in the league.
It doesn't matter, Dietrich. If Arteta doesn't like a player or there is a bit of business to be done, he will keep them on the bench. It doesn't matter who it is.
No, but then that gives a message that even if you're shit, you can still be on the field, like Saka, for example.
That's been happening all season.
Who else are you going to put in for Saka though? They don't have anyone else.
Everybody was calling for Reece Nelson. I'm
not a fan of Reece Nelson, but then he does that incredible thing against Bournemouth, and he doesn't start the next game. That's pretty unfair.
Well,
I don't think it is though. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like in fact, I actually respect Arteta in the fact that he does that. Right? He plays the players that he thinks are class, and he continues along that vein. I didn't mind it when Josie did it. I didn't mind it when Conte did it. It really burnt my rear end really bad when people said Son needs to sit on the bench so that Richarlison and Danjuma can get minutes. Why? They're horrible. Right, I would rather have an out-of-form Son playing weak for 90 minutes than I would ever want to see Danjuma and Richarlison step on the pitch.
But Will, the difference, Son was doing something, even if it wasn't scoring or assisting. Reece Nelson actually plays well for Arsenal, unlike Danjuma and Richie.
No, he's so hot and cold, Dietrich. Can you name another game outside of Bournemouth where Reece Nelson did anything? Can you name another game?
Did he play well against City, if I'm not mistaken, when he came on?
Yeah, he did.
City
He didn't actually make any impact, though. That's the problem, and nobody.
But what the brothers are saying, I can see it. No, do you know what? I can relate what they're saying. When Reece Nelson did come on, it's like when against Man City, the only person who actually had a shot on target and like this, and who actually made that happen was Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah against Man City. No one else did nothing. And if they're our worst players, and people curse them, slatter them all season, but they show more fight than the first team.
We haven't scored.
But like
guys, we haven't scored in 2 hours of football.
But I mean, TJ, can I say something?
He doesn't trust them, though, TJ.
Of course, no, go ahead.
Put yourself in his shoes, though, TJ. You're Reece Nelson, you're Eddie Nketiah, and you're Trossard. Now, these are the players, all right, and you're Martinelli. These are the players who actually got, like I said, they're doing on Jesse's show, and I said, this is what I caught everyone out. I said, Martinelli, Eddie Nketiah, Trossard, and Saka. When they all them were playing together, no matter what rotated you rotated it, that was the team that got Arsenal 8 points clear and were on fire. They beat Man United, they beat Tottenham, they beat Brighton, they beat West Ham. They went on a mad run, and they kept doing it. What Arteta did is he went, win them all. Jesus is back. Let's go back to the old way, and that's what cost us the title. When something's working, keep it working, keep it running. Doesn't matter if the fans don't like it.
There's not just one thing that cost us the title, Fuad. I gotta disagree with you on that. What were you gonna say?
That's what cost it. But Warren, the fact of the matter is, these are the players that got us 8 points clear. No one else did. It wasn't Jesus. It wasn't just Martinelli, because he was rotating them. When he was rotating them, it was actually working. Then when Jesus come back, he just stuck with his starting 11. And what happened then? The starting 11 went 2-0 against Liverpool, drew Liverpool. The starting 11 went 2-0 against.
You also lost Saliba and Tomiyasu, who are quite important to your team as well, right?
I agree with you. Tomiyasu was a big miss, and this one the fan base don't realise. They all cursed him from now to the end of the season. But you know you can throw Tomiyasu in the big game when you get a result.
Tomiyasu, I'm sorry.
But you got a result against Liverpool.
Yeah, go ahead, Stelios. Go ahead, Stelios. Stel's been trying to get in for a minute, Fuad.
So like, I work in football, and I've just teamed up with an ex-pro football player to expand my business, and he personally coaches privately Reece Nelson, right? And Reece Nelson, listen, I'll tell you this. He's a good player, guys. He's a good player you've got there. He just needs to be nurtured and given game time. Don't judge him just yet. And don't be surprised as well if Reece Nelson ends up at Brighton in the summer if you don't give him game time, because I know Brighton want him. The other thing I was going to say to you guys is I think you lack a prolific striker like a Kane, a Didier Drogba. And if I were you guys, right, whether you're going to go and find someone to spend big bucks, you need to get Balogun back in your club, man. But Balogun is a top
Couldn't agree more.
young talent.
Way better than Nketiah, in my opinion.
He is, and
Not even
it's good.
close.
It's good he went out on loan because it will only help him, and he's getting game time. Unlike Spurs, we don't like to loan too many of our players. Like to keep them there so they can rot. And when they do go on loan, we send them to the wrong clubs. But I think Reece Nelson, you've got to try and keep him and just give him somehow integrate him into the team. And with the striker, I think that you need two strikers. You need to get a top striker, but also Balogun. I would sell Nketiah and I'd bring Balogun back if I were you guys. But that's just my view on it.
I agree. Central Man, you put this in the chat. Maybe you want to talk about it. You want James Ward-Prowse? Why?
Yeah. I think he's underrated, man. I think he's like he busted his ass for Southampton for how many years? It's a shame he's not been linked with like the big clubs like Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United. I don't know. I think he's a good player. I think he's an upgrade than Odegaard, to be honest.
No, I wouldn't go that
I'll
far.
take him.
Why
I'll take him. I'll take him at Arsenal. I agree with him.
I would take him, but he's a free kick merchant. What else does he do?
Well, that's what you need, isn't it? You need that sometimes, man. That's you need a bit of luck. You need that.
James Ward-Prowse, what are you talking about?
Yes,
I heard free kick merchant. So you guys can have him. Go ahead.
Yeah,
that's all you.
See, yeah, no. When you got Spurs people,
He's Højbjerg with free kicks, man.
Yeah.
We got a guy, Dan
heard that-
THFC. We can send him on loan too, and he could do stuff for you guys.
You can take
He's a
that
big
as
James
well, yeah.
Ward-Prowse fan.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think we can do better. That's all I'm gonna say. I think we could do better.
I'm telling you right now, Tyler Adams. If you're looking for a defensive midfielder,
Not really.
I'll tell you right now.
Why not Tyler Adams? I don't know why I'm getting so much resistance on this.
Because he's American. That's why.
Yeah,
That's the only reason.
We got Presty, man, from Birmingham City.
Leeds until he got injured. I don't understand that.
Was keeping Leeds in the league until he got injured. Was the main drive and force in our World Cup run in the World Cup, right, on the biggest stage against the biggest teams, right? He's the single reason we beat Morocco 3-0 just before the World Cup.
Yeah, and we finished in the semifinal.
To be fair, Arsenal's number 2 goalie's American.
Yeah, Matt Turner though, he's right. Like I'm not a huge fan of Matt Turner. He's an average goalkeeper.
He's not a bad backup.
Yeah, he's not. For his backup's concerned, I think he's a great backup. Right, I don't think he's a number one. He's what,
He's better
4 or
than
5
Fraser
years.
Forrester, man.
I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Matt Turner. As far as being American, I'm excited for Salina, right? The 17-year-old guy Chelsea just signed. That dude's gonna be world class.
Actually, a better DM will be Amrabat from Fiorentina.
He's gonna be the next great American goalkeeper up there with
Casado's the one. Arsenal need to get Casado.
Tim Howard and
Casado,
Brad Friedel.
If we get Caicedo over the summer, I'll start believing we can do something. But
That's a top player.
I want Caicedo. I want Caicedo minimum. He's a baller. He's an absolute baller.
I want them both. I want Casado and Jackson.
TJ,
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
TJ, did you see him when he played right back?
Yes,
was
he
so
dominated
phenomenal.
us. I watched that entire game. He got
Would
man
you
of the
guys
match
keep
playing
Granit
right
Xhaka? Would you keep Granit Xhaka or do you want him gone?
Send him. Get him
He's
out.
gone. He's going anyway, man. He's going.
Oh, is
away.
he? Is he gone?
Yeah, he's going. He's going.
I think he's going to Leverkusen.
He's going to Leverkusen.
Mm.
His wife wants to go back to Germany, so we saw. I think the deal's done. 15 million. Send him to the Bundesliga. And
What about centre backs? Do you think Rob Holding needs to go? And
Yeah, he
some of
needs
these
to go,
kind
man.
of.
Are you just messing with us? Because
No, I'm serious.
I can't stand Ron Holding. I can't stand him. He's a liability.
Because he has one good game, then one bad game. He's inconsistent, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's not the world class center back, or he's not even world class. He's not even Premier League level. He gets, if you watch those games back where Arsenal were playing Man City, it was men against boys out there, and you got Erling Haaland trying to contain him, and there was no chance. There was no chance. Rob Holding is one of those guys that was just like, okay, yeah, well, I'm just really, really glad to be here. I'm okay with being a substitute. I can't stand people like that. He doesn't want to be in. He's fine with just being on the bench.
So what positions, if you could buy 4 really good players this summer, what positions would you guys want?
I'm gonna go.
Striker.
Fuad, do you want to start that? Did you hear that question?
Yeah. I'll go out and off striker. 2 midfielders and a centre back.
When you say midfielders, what type of midfielders?
Like I'll get a Declan Rice, and maybe
a holding mid.
Yeah, Declan Rice.
Yeah.
I think we're going to keep Partey, but and I'll maybe get Casado from Brighton if it was up to me. And I'll even won't get, maybe if Xhaka's leaving now, I'll even get thing on a free, Tillsman, because he's going to be free, isn't he? So yeah. But the striker is the most important part of it, because what people don't realize is when they say, Jesus is not a striker to me. I always remember him playing 90% of the time of his goals have always come from the right side. Even when he was at Manchester City, he played on the right. He used to swap him for Mahrez, didn't he? Before. Then who
are your 4 players again, Fuad? Out and out striker, 2 midfielders.
I'll get a striker in. I'll bring in a striker, 2 midfielders, and a centre back.
Centre back.
Yeah, centre back. I read Tommy Yasu's a right back, so yeah. There's a centre half. Centre half. We definitely need another centre half just in case Saliba gets injured.
Yeah, central man, 4 people.
And you even need a new left back because he's leaving.
If you signed a really good centre back, would you have him on the bench, or would you partner him with Saliba and put Gabriel on the bench?
That's a hard one, because you know what, Gabriel has been good this season. He's been one of our best defenders. You know what I mean? And I know we've been bad, but that's not just down to everyone. Is like, a lot of people are blaming our defense, but I don't think it's just the defense. I think the midfield crumbled, the forwards crumbled. So I won't drop Gabriel, because everyone dipped form from the goalkeeper all the way to the striker. The 11 players, I started 11. Every one of them dipped form. So no, I won't really drop Gabriel. No, because if you're gonna go like that, like you've got to think of it. Even the keeper, everyone rates him, but in the last 10 games, he dropped a lot of form. Like he's assisted lobs and everything. He was the one who set the Southampton. You are, bro. Get your first goal, mate. So yeah, you can't. It's not just Gabriel. See, a lot of people are like pointing the finger at Gabriel Arsenal fans, and then all singing praises for Ramsdale. But at the same time, Ramsdale's the one who actually conceded a lot of goals, and he's the one who set up a lot of goals. So yeah, no, I won't talk Gabriel.
Yeah. Hold on real quick. We got 20 inside. Make sure you're smashing the like. Make sure you're subbing to Tottenham away. Will Stewart 365. Dietrich's Kane.
Same thing.
All the guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for hopping on again. Central Man Network. He's on the road to 1K subs. Big up, Central Man. Central Man, I want to hear your answer to Stell's question.
Oh yeah, you say 4 You say 4 players, man.
Yeah, 4.
What to buy or sell?
To buy.
Oh, to buy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We think we need a centre back. It's hardly any centre backs out there. We need 2 midfielders or 3, because Xhaka is leaving. I think. Yeah, we need a strike. I think. Yeah, we need a striker, man. We need. I think Balogun's going to leave. I don't think he's going to stay, man. I really want. Yeah, Maddison. I'll be happy if he goes, but I don't think he's going to Arsenal. I think he'll probably go. I think he's going to Liverpool, man. Or Tottenham. I don't think they're gonna get Maddison. I want Tielemans. I want Tielemans, man. I want a player who's really already done it in this league. I'm sick of this. We have to find players from overseas. It's like I hate that, man. I want players who've really done it in the league. Sick of this. We have to great example like Lokonga and Fabio Vieira. They came from Portugal. And didn't really cut the mustard. Like I want players who really who've been in the Premier League, done it in the Premier League, even though they don't have the trophy, the medals on the table yet. But I'll get one striker, one centre back, and 2 central midfielders.
Okay.
Depending if Declan Rice is going to Arsenal, but that's good. It's too early to say because we're still in May. Like depending if West Ham wins the Conference League, and it's up to him. It's like I don't think he'll go to Manchester United. I don't think he will go up north. I think he remains in London because he doesn't have to leave. Relocate. Like he's just like but I don't think it's. I don't know. This is gonna be like this saga is gonna last probably until June, July time. I don't think. I don't know, man. It's like I don't know, man. Like another player I really want, but I think he's going to go to Manchester United is Frankie De Jong from Barcelona because they're starting to sell players because of the financial thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. To answer your question, still, 4 players. I think we need more, to be honest. But I would go 1 fullback, 1 center back, and 2 center mids. And then get Balogun in. I'm not considering Balogun a signing. We get Balogun in and sell Nketiah immediately. I'm done with him. The project, how long for Eddie Nketiah is how long are you like a youth project? That's my question for people that want to hang on to Nketiah. He's done. Let's sell him. But yeah, those are mine. We don't have enough cover. I think we've realized the hard way that we don't really have enough coverage, especially if Tierney leaves. We don't have enough coverage in the fullback position to cover because honestly, I would get another fullback. I'd move Zinchenko into the midfield since that's where he plays anyway, and then get somebody that's actually solid at left back that Arteta gets along with. That's my answer to that question. So, yeah. What would you do if you were in our position? Maybe you will like to answer that.
Start protesting. Arteta out.
Start protesting.
Arteta out. Man. Get him out. Get him out of the club. Change the manager immediately. You can't accept this kind of fraudulence from someone who keeps choking. So get your manager out of the club, TJ. Get that bottle job out.
I just don't see anybody who's better. Like I'm on the fence about it. I have splinters on my ass on this one still. Like what? Like if we're being honest, if we're being 100% honest with ourselves, the state that the club is in right now, I don't know if we could bring another manager in.
The thing is, you're in a good place, man. You're back in the Champions League. You're playing good football. You got some good young players. You got the basis to build on something there. I just don't know if Arteta's the guy to take it to that final level.
I don't think he's the guy to take us to the final level, but I just don't see anybody else who's available who can.
Ancelotti's
staying at Real Madrid next season.
No, he's going to get fired. Watch. He's going to get fired.
Could you attract Zinedine Zidane? Could you bring in a Nagelsmann? He's there. He's free. He's available now. Top manager.
What is Nagelsmann?
I thought he was going to Tottenham. Yo, rumors are saying.
We're getting Graham Potter, Ryan Mason, or Brendan Rodgers, dude. We're not getting any. Don't listen to the hype. We're not getting any of these guys.
No. Honestly, I'm not even talking to the hype. I was reading something today off a strong.
Nagelsmann pulled out. Nagelsmann pulled
Yeah,
out.
no, I don't know. He pulled up, but they said he's re in talks, but he's re in talks with you.
That's the Spurs PR machine. As soon as we get a bad result, they've got to put out a good PR story to get the fans, deflecting away from the troubles.
We haven't contacted until we lose 3-1 at home to Brentford, and then all of a sudden we're back in contact.
Yeah, exactly. We're used to it.
We're a joke, man. We're a circus, dude. Laugh at us all you want. We laugh at ourselves probably more. So
I seriously. I read the thing, and obviously I don't read this. I don't read like from the.
Where did you read it though? Twitter. No.
I read it on some obviously I got the Arab stuff in the house and that.
What app?
And like like the AFB, if you ever heard of the AFL and all that, like they get all the news and all that. Like there's
dude, that's all trash, man. That's all trash. That's like News Now. It's just terrible. It's just
these source. These people actually they don't put out. They don't always put out news. They put out when it's they've got some solidarity proof. It's like when they
none of them have got proof. None of them. Show me the proof. Show me the proof.
No, but this channel is like a guy who works in he works around the Premier League, so he gets all he does what thing does, but he gets it proper. I think you know the guy from Romano.
Yeah, Fabrizio Romano. Yeah.
Fabrizio Romano. Yeah, he gets it when he is this guy to put it out there. He's the one who tweets out. He gets all his.
Fabrizio Romano, right? When Mourinho came to Spurs, Fabrizio Romano said Spurs are only in the market for 2 or 3 players. We signed 7. Fabrizio Romano said the chances of Bale coming back to Spurs, forget it. 2 weeks later, we signed Bale. Fabrizio Romano he puts out so many stories. If half of them land, oh man, yeah, he said it, dude. None of these guys, I don't buy into it until I see it. They're all just playing the game to get us all talking and clicking on their pages, and we all get sucked in. Like we all get sucked into it. Me as well. We all do.
Yeah.
Nagelsmann is not coming to Spurs, man. He's not stupid.
The AFL though, I'll be honest with you, bro. He doesn't put it out there unless it's 100%. You don't put out stories. He never do. He puts out stories like I said. If you go on his thing, he never puts out he's constantly putting out stories, isn't it? He said he was the one who said Arsenal are going to get Zinchenko. Arsenal fans, whatever. Bam, he comes through the door. Arsenal are getting Jesus. Bam, he comes through the door. So he don't put out you won't say Arsenal liquid. He hasn't said
like I said, if you put out 20 stories and 3 of them land, and then you double down on the ones that land, you look the part. They all do that. They all do the same thing. They just put out so many stories.
I agree with you on that. I agree with you, but I'll just say this. I agree with you on that, but he doesn't put out many stories, bro. I'll be honest with you, he doesn't. That's why I feel like he's.
All right. Well, look, if we are talking to Nagelsmann, I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I just do not see how Nagelsmann comes to a club.
He never said Tottenham. He said he's back. The story was he didn't say thing. He said the way he put it said there's a Premier League club that he's back in talks with. That's what he said. That's all he said. He didn't say nothing
back in talks. He was only apparently talking to one, which is us. So
there's you lot in it, and you're gonna hear off. You know what? You're gonna hear off Sky Sports maybe in the next 48 hours. All right. So you're gonna from me first.
Will Dietrich
or Chelsea maybe.
Do you believe this?
No, I don't believe. I don't necessarily believe it, but to be honest with you, I'd rather have Slot than Nagelsmann anyway. To be honest with you.
Me too.
Nah.
Yeah, I would. Nagelsmann to me, I think he's super. It's not that he's. I do agree that he's overrated, but he's also full of himself. Right? He's full. He believes his own hype. And I don't like guys like that, right? Like
I don't want to see my manager going on a skateboard to Spurs.
On a skateboard, buying comfort animals, doing circles of energy circles, and playing rivals music at the training ground. I don't want any of that happening at Tottenham Hotspur.
I think you're the piss, bro.
I'm just saying.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Right, talking about stories. Has Arteta really bought a dog and called it Win and put it in the training ground?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why they've been shit over the last couple of weeks because they've been walking in and out of training ground.
We're paying Eddie 100 bags a week to pick up dog shit on the touchline.
Why?
See, See, this is the Stell. This is why it's hard. This is why I'm on vacation, Stell. This is why I'm on vacation.
Do you know what? Do you remember when the Amazon documentary on Spurs, and they went into Pochettino's office, and he had those lemons, and he goes, "I've got these lemons for energy. It's the energy." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man? You fucking throw those lemons away and get out there and start coaching the fucking players. Fucking lemon, your fucking energy lemons. What are you talking about?"
People, you know, it takes a special kind of person to do the job that these guys do, right? And so they have to be a little crazy.
No, but like,
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
I mean, what? This is just me, right? And whether we lose or not, just for my own mental health, right? Just for my own mental health, I would rather have a guy like Jose Mourinho in the dressing room calling the guys the C word than have a guy bringing in a dog and having a circle of energy. What is that?
It was
Where
a
they all
PR
sit
move.
when they sit in a circle and they sing Kumbaya and all that jazz. Like what's going on with that, man?
So I think, you know, I hope that this is just getting blown up by the media, where I heard somebody said on my show on Friday about the dog, saying that the owner of the dog was elderly and he passed away. So the dog went to the pound and they freaking.
That's fine. He can keep it at his house. Why are you bringing it to work?
I don't know. It's Arsenal PR. Will they have like this video series on Arsenal YouTube where they literally transport the players around from the training center to the training ground, and they like video it, and it's like some sort of like fun little thing to get to know the players. Like, I can't stand we call it P Arsenal. Okay?
Yeah, we have the same thing, and we do the same thing.
They peddle this shit out. That's the problem. That's why this club is really, really frustrating to follow and to cover.
We do dumb shit as well, dude, man. We do dumb shit.
Even when we're on top, we're in the mud. That's the worst fucking part. You know, it's the worst.
Do you know, in the Amazon documentary on Arsenal, do you know, I actually thought Arteta, although you were finishing eighth, choking top four and all that, you could see I could see what he was trying to build, the way he was trying to get you to play out from the back, and it's just about getting those last pieces in. And I can see that Arsenal were on the right path. I never thought you'd challenge for the league, but the bit when I began to doubt him, in my head, I thought, this is a bit weird, is when he put speakers at the training ground and played "You'll Never Walk Alone" to try and get you used to Anfield. This is just like, what are you doing, man? Like, you're trying too hard. You're just trying too hard. I don't think Pep Guardiola would have done that. I don't think Pep plays the Bernabeu, the Real Madrid fans, you know, chanting whatever they chant. I don't know, but that stuff like that, I think managers are just trying to be too innovative. They're trying to be too different for the sake of it, rather than just doing what Will said and just say, "Yo, stop being a dumbass. Stop playing like a piece of shit and wake up." Like, wake, you know, just sometimes you got to get a bit tough with players, and this kind of lemons in a bowl.
Maybe Gen Z is all about it. I don't know.
Conte got tough with people, and you saw how that ended up, didn't you?
Yeah, but I think Spurs is different. I think Spurs is different because no matter what manager comes to Spurs, at the end of the day, there's only so far we can get until we actually say we need to back the manager to some serious level. And I don't know any manager at Spurs that's ever been properly backed. And I don't mean you get every single player they want, or if we say we need Cristiano Ronaldo, you go and get Cristiano Ronaldo. But when a manager says, I need a good centre-back, like I need a good centre-back, you can't be signing Longleys and Rodons and, you know, giving Eric Dyer a new contract. That's just suicide. That's not even close to what they're asking. When you're saying to the chairman, I need to replace Victor Wanyama, his legs have gone, and you're bringing in like Sissoko's, you're bringing in Musa Sissoko. It's like, dude, that's not even fucking close. Like, I get it. It's not going to be Casemiro, but don't bring me bloody, you know, players that are just bad. Yeah. So that's the problem at Spurs.
You
what the
think
manager wants and what we get, there's a massive goal. For at least you guys, if you ask for a right back, okay, you might not have got a world-class right back, but Tommy Yasu, he's not a bad player. Like, I'd have him at Spurs. I think he's good.
He's a bit injury prone, man.
Yeah, he's been injured the whole time he's been there.
Put the injuries to one side as a player. That's not a bad player to have. Whereas Spurs, we wouldn't go and do that. We'd go and sign Aurier, Chicken Royale, Doherty. It's just like disaster.
All right, guys, I got to start wrapping this up because I got a show tonight I got to get to, and I've been streaming probably for like 8 hours today. I am absolutely
8 hours, man.
I am absolute not. No, this show is.
You do it when you first start, right? This is what happens when you start getting on YouTube. You stream all the time, like you stream nonstop. Every waking moment you have, you jump on the stream and you go. And then after about 2 years, you're like, "Fuck it, I don't want to do it."
Yeah, I know, and you know, and I know I'm newer at this, and you know, I have people to like Stell and Jez to blame for getting me on here. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Always blame Stell. Everybody else does.
I know. I blame Stell.
Yeah, it's his
he brought me out of the chat and onto the camera. Unfortunately, no, fortunately, I'm having a lot of fun. I give me and Stell trade a lot of banter, but it's a lot of fun.
No, I don't trade banter. He's a bulk prick.
That's why Dietrich has got no friends and he has to hide in his basement in Canada somewhere. With his goat. With his pet goat.
Dietrich, I'm trying to get in the show, Dietrich. Come on.
Yeah, so
put him outside, Dietrich.
Yeah, I just opened the door.
Central Man, shout your channel out. We're gonna get out of here.
Okay, you can find me on Central Man Network on YouTube. My goal, you can see on the screen, is road to 1K. Trying to get 1K before April of next year. And I'm gonna for my I'm gonna plug this for my content on my channel and start bringing back. I'm bringing back the football transfer show I'm doing. You know, I haven't done that for almost a year.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay, well, again, you're welcome back anytime, Central Man. Thank you so much for coming on. Fuad, shout yourself out, my man.
Prince Fuad on Instagram, and you can catch me on Prince Fuad TV on YouTube. And I'm gonna start doing blogs again now. I took time off, man. You know why I took time off for them? Because you know I live in the area where they all said to me, if you do a video, we're gonna beat you up if you jinx Arsenal.
Yeah, you know, you're just too positive for some of the people that we hang out with.
You know, so I said to him, you know what, mate? I'm gonna start doing blogs again. So I'm gonna do a blog. I'm gonna do a blog from Tuesday. I'm gonna work today and tomorrow. That's why I got the camera on.
Beautiful. All right. Well, again, man, Prince, you're a real one. Thanks again for coming on. Yeah, and people are asking about the beard. The beard's gone because I'm in this show. It'll be back over the summer. Will, shout yourself out, man. Thanks again for coming on. I've been, like I said, I've had a really, really good day. I got to hang out with Deji Spurs and Tony Claude and all these legends that I watched first, and now I'm there. You know, I was a fan first and then a peer. So Will and Stell definitely fall into that. So Will, shout your channel out, and again, thanks again for coming on.
Yeah, we're Tottenham away. We do Spurs stuff. We mud the wrongins, and
I'm really surprised Minerals didn't come on.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Where's Minerals at? Big up Minerals. And no, man, I am America's #1 Spurs fan, the football philosopher, the Socrates. You don't want to get in an argument with me. Infamous.
That's it. We'll sell it. Yeah, we'll sell it. Sell it.
Yeah. Infamous. Often, imitated but never duplicated. That's me, Will Stewart. THFC Rams.
Best countdown intro on YouTube, in my opinion. Yes, absolutely. Stelios.
Yeah, same as Will. Tottenham away. Come check us out. I think what's nice about our channel now is we get a lot of Arsenal and Chelsea and West Ham fans. So it's a nice mix now. It's not just it is quite
Leicester, Wolves. We got a bunch of people.
Yeah. Look, it is a Tottenham channel, but we do have we've built a nice mix now. So if you want to check it out, 8:30 UK time, GMTV. That's a TV station. GMT, 8:30 tomorrow, Monday
Pod.
I think that's one.
Dietrich doesn't have a channel. We don't need to talk about him. He's too busy feeding his goats.
Dietrich, you can find him on some farmer's channel feeding chickens and goats and milking cows.
Maybe blowing things up. We've got but forget TJ. There's one thing that you and I need to work on. We're gonna head start it because nobody's done it. We're gonna do the big six, not the top six, because that would exclude Chelsea and Tottenham right now. But the big six. Yank edition. We need to do a Yank edition of the Big Six.
I'm in.
We just got to find some Chelsea and City. City doesn't have any fans, so it's gonna be really hard. And then Liverpool should be easy, but we need to find some American YouTubers for the other.
I'm in. Yeah. I'm in. Let's work on that. All right. And again, TJ Warren TV. We will be back. I guess I'll be back and preview the last the next preseason game for Arsenal, which is at home to Wolves on Sunday. And we also have the American Idiot Show. Will and Stell, I got to get you on there at some point. I know it conflicts Fridays, but we'll work something out. But American Idiot Show this week, we got 9 p.m. UK Friday. We're getting Maddie, the Southern Gooner, on, as well as the rest of the crew to do the last match week of predictions and, just banter, because right now we are a banter club and we just have to hold that. So again, we'll go ahead and get the outro started. Make sure that you are subbing, smashing a like to all the panelists, and we are out.